So on Instagram at the moment, there's this viral thing happening, and it's from this creator called Nigel Tatum. And he was sharing that he had a friend about 8 years ago when he was in high school, and or high school, college, something like that. And he was basically making racist jokes to him all the time.
2 years ago, an old friend of mine called me a slur. It got so bad that when I paired with him in Physics C my senior year, I had to secretly record some of what he was saying to me as jokes. I'm gonna play that for you to get a taste into my everyday, and after that I want to have a conversation about offensive and casual joking.
Go back to Africa, you dirty monkey.
You fucker.
You big ape. You and your KFC loving crime starting villains, traitors. You ruined the American dream. You used to be so much simpler when y'all worked for us. We could just tell you what to do and you did it. Then you had to come along and ruin it. Act like you knew everything.
Just let me work.
Shut up, Negro.
Now let's talk about what led to this. There's a term called irony poisoning. The New York Times first put it into print in 2018. The definition is a diminished capacity to distinguish between your genuine beliefs and your ironic ones. You start saying things as a joke, but then you get radicalized, such as people sharing edgy memes ending up at white nationalist rallies. I want to be clear about one thing. Parody, satire, dark humor, I think all of it's fine. Joking about a group doesn't make you racist. The reason this video exists is because I watched in real time over 8 years how the line between those two things can get blurred. Every "it's just a joke, bro," and my awkward laughs in response became a permission slip to just let loose on offensive joking. And the funny thing is, I showed that clip to my teacher and she was appalled. But to me, I'm so used to having people joke like this. All I could do was laugh and try to do my work. The point is, when people learn that they're allowed to joke like this, it blurs the line between those jokes and real prejudice. And from what I've seen, it just stops real, authentic conversations from happening and reduces relationship into something very immature. My suggestion is to just be careful how much you allow inside your group. Set boundaries and distance when they aren't respected, because if you don't, you might spend every day being the butt of some offensive joke.
There's a lot of people that are going through these experiences, and as a result of his video, he's had a lot of comments coming from people, very young people as well, saying, I have this every day, it really resonated with me. So my question to you guys is, have you ever had like an experience with someone who's supposed to be a friend, or is like, you know, not like necessarily a brethren, but, and they make these sort of comments all the time, and how have you kind of dealt with it?
I've had a few situations like that. I feel like it. I'm just trying to navigate how to say it. Because I saw what the guy was saying. It was interesting because when I saw him, and he looks like the type. He said he's the only black in the village in his world, in his friendship group. So that's that kind of putting up with commentary that's not great, but because you think they're your friends, you're just like going on with it. You don't want to be the one that's causing problems. Yeah. So I definitely. I remember one time a friend of mine used a kind of African slur. And twice actually. One friend actually used an African slur, and she was Caribbean, she was Jamaican. And I never said anything because I was like, I didn't know what to do, and I was very timid and shy when I was younger. But I never addressed it with her. And she's never been like that, and even today, she's not like more culturally aware and everything. But in that time when I was young, I was very insecure and very scared to speak up for myself, so I didn't say anything. And then another time, a very good friend of mine, must have said, yeah, but you were like, how could you carry someone with an African accent? And again, I never said anything. I think I might have been like, well, I didn't really make a point to say, well, I'm Ghanaian. So, and I kind of was like, and I never really addressed it again because of insecurity and being scared to rock the boat and make a stand. But that person also still a very good friend today. I don't want to be too exposy, but yeah, it's very ironic that she happened to say that. So I understand his situation of being really like conflicted with how to deal with it when it's someone that's supposed to be your friend. But I think the best thing to do is speak up. You have to speak up. You have to be honest about how you're feeling and how uncomfortable you feel, because people shouldn't be able to get away with saying things and just letting their ignorance fly. And this is black on black. My world was like black people saying it. I don't think I would have let a white person get away with saying racist shit to me. I don't feel, and I've never been in a position where I felt like I had to do that. Go on.
Have you?
Go on. Go on.
I've not had this experience before that I can think of. I've not been in that situation with friends, but I feel like my primary school was heavily black, and then secondary school, it wasn't like Greycoats was heavily black, but there was a sizable amount of black girls in every class where, if anything, it was quite segregated.
Okay.
The black people sat one way and the white girls, and maybe 3 people from each merged.
Yeah.
But generally, you was okay. So yeah, no one can. It's not been my experience, but I've definitely witnessed it in certain workspaces when the black person is a bit like a bit agreeable, and I know I can laugh at certain things that would be considered racist, but I'll also give 10 times back to the person. So I know when somebody is being racist, and I'm not going to take it personal, but you will know I know in how we're bantering. So there will be a level of you're not getting one over me. Like, I will just cuss you about other things, and maybe that's from siblings. Like, I can cuss, so you can't. I felt for him because I felt like he didn't have the tools to be able to cuss his brethren back. And so then you're being sunned, and it's like, actually sometimes they can try and do that, and then you've got to sun them properly.
Okay, have you ever experienced that?
I don't think so, because again, I grew up in a predominantly like black area. I think the memory that keeps coming to my head is like at like a youth club, like at like a play center. It would be like African bubble or something like that. That was like the cuss at the time. And I didn't even get it. Do you get what I mean? Because I didn't understand what bubble even meant. Like, what does that even mean? So, but I remember being like very proud to be Nigerian, especially in my youth club. I don't know, I think they encouraged that. So it was like, if there was like a Nigeria match, they would play it. If there was a Jamaica match, they would play it. Like World Cup, they would play the game. Bring your flags, like all that kind of stuff. So yeah, those were like, those were the settings that I can remember. But it was just, at the time, I don't know, maybe because I was young, it was just like, you cuss me, I cuss you. Like, your head's big, or I'll just say something. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really take it in as racism at the time. So yeah, but it was always, like you said, black on black. It wasn't like a white person coming up to it.
It's interesting because he said that there were people in the comments coming for him and saying, why didn't you do this? Why don't you punch him? Why don't you do all these things? And he kind of did what he had the tools to do, because he did say stuff to the person and they weren't responding. And there was an element of something he was exploring as well, as like, the minute you let it slide, that person then thinks that it's okay and it's just jokes, and they're gonna maybe carry it on because you've let it slide one time. Or, the uncomfortable laugh, because in the recording you hear him kind of like going, because it's uncomfortable. It's not like he's necessarily agreeing, but you can be uncomfortable with what someone's saying and not feel like you have the right tools to
It's a nervous laugh.
It's a nervous laugh.
You
don't have the tools to necessarily come for them. I haven't had. No, I think I've had like experiences at work. Like, I think I've said this before, where like a colleague, I had a head wrap on one day, and he came into the office and he was like, you look like yes, ma'am. And I was like,
Oh.
No, he didn't.
Oh, God.
I said, listen, you better not ever say that again. I said, that shit is not funny. And he was like, oh, but why? But why? I said, listen, that's not funny. I said, if you say that again, if you say that to the wrong black person, you're going to get punched in your face.
Yes.
So I suggest that you don't ever make that joke ever again. He's like, no, but I was just saying like Thomas. And I was like,
wow.
And he doubled down.
No, you can't carry on.
I was like, listen, and to be fair to this particular individual, this particular individual is a little bit not really there. Yeah. So I don't necessarily feel like he said it with any malice, but it's the fact that he said it and thought it was okay to say that he was comfortable saying. And I was like, don't ever say that again, because the wrong person will punch you in your face. I said, listen, don't ever make that comment. And he's like, okay. Yeah, okay. So I've had that. Like, and black on black stuff. I'm trying to think. Probably, like, I mean, it's not like Caribbeans don't get it too. Caribbeans get it as well. I understand like the African connotation, because growing up in the 80s, that was rife, where people would say...
Did you get it personally?
People would say stuff about Africans. I think like there's always the diaspora wars within the Caribbean as well, like, Jamaicans versus any small island. I think that's as far as it has gone. So it's not necessarily in the same like where I felt as negative as it would have been with you guys. Definitely not. But the white experience, I've 100% had things like that where it's like, you know, as I said, this guy, and then just little things as well, like, you know, like your hair and things like that. People will make comments about it. Those are the experiences that I've had in abundance. But as far as this boy's concerned and the thing that he went through, as I said, I think it's quite interesting because if you don't nip it in the bud, then it just gives people license to say more shit. And I think that's what really I took from that. And his way of dealing with it was to go to the teacher. Because he actually said, if I actually punched this boy in the face, that would have ruined my whole life. And it's true that he had the foresight to actually think that would ruin my life. Whereas me, I probably would have felt like I wanted to punch the boy in the face.
It's bullying, isn't it?
It is bullying.
Basically, he was being bullied, and they just used the racial tones to bully him. But it is that. I think once you let it slide a little bit, if you laugh a little bit too, like, and you don't say, you can't talk to me like that, it spirals.
Yeah.
And that can be from anybody. But it's a shame. Like, the guy was going in, though. He was probably like, you're a monkey. And like doing all of the slurs under the sun. That's quite hard, especially if you are the only black in the village.
Yeah.
And also you don't want to be the person that's always, because then the onus of whoever you are in whatever situation you're in where you're the marginalised one, you don't want to be the poster child of oppression, protest, campaigning, debating, and every minute it's like, oh, well, you can't even speak to them. They're so political, can't even make jokes, and then people project onto you that you're the problem. When it's actually, you know, in that moment, I probably, for my two experiences, I probably felt like, it's not that deep. I know what they mean. So I've gone through all of that. So if I do a thing, it's going to be like I'm in a mood. And I remember one thing I did have was a bit of a moody cow when I was younger. Depression, trauma. But it wasn't, with your young friends, they don't understand it. So it's like, oh, you're just getting into one again. So you go through all these levels, and probably what this boy did was go through all the kind of scenarios of what can I do now? I don't want to be the problematic one. But you have to speak up. 100% have to speak up, because it's education. Because some people, if we want to give that white boy a blight, a tiny one, maybe that was his thinking that, because I've heard that white boy humour is different from our humour. Theirs is like in the gutter. They say all nasty type of things and it's like brushed off. I don't know if that's, maybe we have that in our space.
I feel like this particular white boy, he was saying. Like, listen, he said,
he was being a
go
bully.
back to Africa, you dirty monkey. He said, you big ape, you KFC loving, crime starting villain. He said, you're traitors. You ruined America. You ruined the American dream. Things were so much simpler when you worked for us. He was calling him Negro. All these types of things.
A lot of stuff.
He knew what he was saying. It wasn't a case of
worse.
It wasn't.
It was
that's
like,
it.
I'm gonna push his buttons
That's
a
it.
bit more.
Yeah, but it's
We're
that
taking
part.
it to level 10 today.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
It's an element of that, like, can I push you and see? And that maybe was a test of metal. Like, maybe if you had put him in his place, you lot,
But
in theory, could have been.
But he did tell him to stop. And that's what, you see what you're saying?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's what everyone's been saying, like in the comments, not everyone, some people in the comments have been saying, why didn't you?
Yeah.
And he's like, I did. And he wasn't listening to me, so I recorded his clock, which, props and hats off that he actually
I think
thought to
clearly
do
his
that.
instinct is not like violence.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like his
Yeah.
instinct is not to attack. Do you get what I'm saying?
But that white boy, maybe being recorded and being told something by the teacher will stop you from getting your neck broke next time. Because if you say that shit to the wrong black person, they will literally fuck you up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
the moral of the intervention is,
you have to nip it as soon as it happens.
Yeah.
Like, you
speak
can't
up where you can.
sit there and take it for a little bit and hope that it goes away. But I do feel like in certain situations, they almost target a black person in a room.
yes.
With the subtle racisms of, like, if it's a hot day, like, oh, I'm almost as black as you.
Ah.
That type of stuff, it is to make you feel uncomfortable. It's othering you in
Yes.
space. And that, please always bring it my way so that I can just reduce you to your small willy, whatever I know is the thing on you. Oh, it's just the best feeling when you get somebody back. Please don't do that in spaces.
Yeah.
That's what white people need to stop doing. Like,
Yeah.
we know you are trying to be like, you are an other in this space.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
And we know
Sometimes you got to blow it up.
your projected insecurity is what
They
you're-
definitely are. It's an inferior thing. Like they want you to feel inferior.
Yes.
Like, and yeah, you've got to hit them back with something.
That
fire.
You've
Straight
got to hit
away.
them back with something.
You can't just smile about it. It's fire on fire. That's when they're showing you it's on.
I've learned that. I had to learn. It took a long time for me to learn how to speak up for myself. When I did, it's sweet. It's sweet, and people respect you for it in a way that. And if they don't respect you for it, because if you lose friends, I know it's that time, especially in teenagehood, you're scared to lose your friends. Your unit is your unit. But even in certain friendships, you've just got to let them go because they can't take you. And what I used to see is that people, same friends that have got kind of all the mouth and stuff, they put their foot down and people still respected them. And it was like, you're seeing, it's like, well, how do they get away with it? But everyone's towing in their line. They're the ones that cause a bare havoc. But yet everyone's like, don't piss that one off because otherwise the whole group's going to turn over. These times now, this one's usually the most insecure of the whole group at that as well.
And what I feel like in recent years I've learned is like making people know that like I'm uncomfortable. Not feeling bad for letting people know I'm uncomfortable in this situation and letting that ponder, just putting it out there.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable. And then everybody's gonna be like, okay, how can we make you comfortable? Like what's like, do you get what I'm saying? And just letting them and making the other person feel, not necessarily I want them to feel uncomfortable, but I want them to feel uncomfortable knowing that I'm uncomfortable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of what you've done.
That is the art of not people pleasing.
Yeah.
Because
I
have
used to
been-
be a avid people pleaser. Like, but yeah, this new wave is different, boy.
That's good.
It's good.
I can sit in silence. We can all be awkward here.
Yeah,
I like that.
that part.
Yeah, I like that.
that part because I definitely have learned when I've spoken up, and the person is like, I'm like, but I'm very calm in speaking up because where I am Miss Righteous, self-righteous Patsy. If I'm right, you can't move me. If I feel righteous in my decision and what I've spoken and told you, like you've done this, and nothing I've done warrants that behaviour, I feel so comfortable. And letting that person figure it out. And that person tends to come back. Or if they don't, then I'm very free of their bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's
Good
so
riddance.
freeing.
Yes. Yeah.
Because
Guys.
again, another thing that I'm learning is that two things can exist. Like you can be upset about something, I can be upset about something. They can both be real. Like that's the truth. No one has to be right, but I'm telling you this is how I feel, and you're telling me how this is how you feel. Both of us are feeling how we feel.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just being able to like you said, stand up for yourself and be like, but I'm feeling what I'm feeling. You're not gonna convince me, manipulate me out of my feelings. You get what I'm saying?
Just because you feel that way.
Yeah, exactly.
And the strength of friendship is if you could both be like, all right, and then keep it moving.
Yeah, love.
And if that person can't and stays in there, or you yourself can't, remove.
Yes. Yeah.
Word.
Very true.
Auntie mentioned done. Welcome to Your Aunties Could Never. I'm Auntie AK, the auntie of all the aunties in all the world, and popping candy. And I'm here with...
Okay. I'm Farah, Resident Caribbean Queen.
I'm Nana, aka the Black Fairy, aka Dark and Lovely.
And guys, we are joined by baby, the sweetest. Energy provider. Come on. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Aunties.
Finally.
It's been
finally,
a while,
man.
isn't it?
You've been on our list for so long.
Yeah.
Swear
Keep
down.
forgetting. I've seen you so many times on the street. You got to come aunties. Got to give me your number. Give me your number.
You have to be
And I'm
fair.
just like, oh yeah. And I think,
No, it's been years.
It's been
It's
years.
actually been
Years.
years.
Yeah.
You've been on our dock for so long.
What?
And we're always like, okay, so how are we going to approach it? Or are we just going to wait until we see her somewhere? Like, what are we going to do? And for years. Like,
Bruh.
Honestly.
seriously. Like 2 years, but it could be longer.
I feel like it's longer.
It's been a long
He's like,
time.
Because
we're
even-
just going to say 2 years.
You did, no, I think it's longer because you did Gina's, what was it? Her
Beats and bands.
Beats
Beats and bands. Oh, yeah.
and I feel like that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
2 years. Yeah,
And when
2
you
years
were
ago.
there, we were like, oh, if we see her,
Yeah.
let's try and get her. So it's longer than 2
I feel
years.
like I'm hiding. I'm actually outside.
Yeah, you know what's getting
Oh.
because you're so super famous.
Give it a rest, will ya?
Well, we were like, no, we gotta like see you out a bit, and then we'll try and talk to you because none
Yeah.
of us had like a direct link, so it was like, okay, we'll see.
I mean, my
You AK had
my
the direct link.
old coordinator actually used to do your hair, Desiree.
Not used to. She still does my hair. Why
Sorry.
you partying us? Why are you
She
partying us?
she still does. It's just I don't work in the same place.
Okay.
anymore.
Oh,
So like, I was
amazing.
even like thinking like, maybe I should. But then I thought like, it's a little bit unprofessional of me to
No,
be like to my
you could
coordinator.
ask me what I'm doing.
But I
Why
can't,
you washing my hair? I'll be like,
well, next time we're not doing Remy's hair, I beg.
oh, I love Desiree, man.
To get you on the show.
Welcome.
Thank you for having
joining us.
me, man. And you know what? Timing, the right time is the right time.
Yeah,
That's it,
for
man.
real. It is what it is.
That's
That's
it.
what it is. Other big news on the horizon is somebody's birthday.
It is.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, lovely.
Thank you.
Giving
Thank you so
Gemini.
much.
Giving
Thank you so
Gemini. Big
much.
Gemini.
Thank you so much.
How you feeling, girl?
I'm good, man.
Happy birthday.
I'm great.
We had
glowing
a
and
lovely time on Wednesday.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know.
What did you do?
We
So,
went to her.
yeah. So I didn't want to do anything. I was like, nah, I don't want to do nothing. I just want to stay in my house and like sit in my garden and drink and whatever. And then these people were like, do something. At least have people around. That was her voice. And then I was like, go on. So I was like, okay, cool. Like people can come round. And it was just really nice. Like all my
Yeah,
family
see?
came, my friends came. I cooked up some food. She made some food to join the food. It was just really lovely.
Company.
Had a really, really lovely time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good night.
the
That's
weather
what
was
you deserve.
out.
This is it. It's a
That's all I
summer's
wanted
week.
to do. Yeah.
It was nice.
And the fact that it was a Wednesday as well and people came, I thought that was really nice too.
Yeah, that's
it was good.
that's
It was
love.
nice.
That's love. And you know what? Like my mum said something. My mum gave like some solid advice one day, and I was like, "Go on, mum, man. You know what I mean? Like, go on, like, that's my mum right there." But she was like, you know, a lot of people like are reluctant to celebrate their birthday, and you know, it could genuinely be your last like birthday. The way just life works,
Yeah.
you know, and like she was just like, well, if you die, we're gonna have to get the money anyway to bury you. So why are you worried about spending money, like, and that being the issue of your birthday, or like not spending it with people that love you? Like, we're gonna have to find the money to bury you anyway. So from then on, I was like, every birthday, we're
gotta do
doing something.
Yeah.
We're doing something. Like,
I
I'm
get
not
it.
saying spend your whole life savings. I'm not saying that, but don't let that be the reason why. Or there's cost-effective ways to celebrate your birthday as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think because the last like 2 birthdays I've had, I've been very like anti like celebration, just like in a big scale. Because I used to always go hard for my birthday. I used to go hard for my birthday. And then like maybe about a few years ago, I just got sick of me having to go hard for my birthday. I was just like, nah, I'm done with it. I'd rather just do low key. So that's why I've just been like, no, I'm not doing nothing. And just do like very, very super, super low key. But I thought, okay, if I'm at my house and I just said to people, if you want to come, you can come. It's no pressure. So then that meant it was like no pressure for me. My expectations were very low. Whereas I feel like if I'm expecting people to show out and then I'm disappointed, it's a problem for me. I know what I'm like. So it's like, then that's why I got into the, nah, fuck it, I don't want to do nothing. But no,
I'm
it was
glad
really
you did
nice.
something though.
I'm
glad you
actually
did
very
something.
glad.
It was
Are
nice.
you glad that you did something?
No, I am. I'm very glad because it was what I wanted. I was at home. So, you know, it was okay.
We had nice drinks.
I had nice. Listen, my
lovely.
bin man is gonna think that I started a fucking brewery or something. The
must have
amount
been
of
bare
bottles
bottles in
that are in my recycling,
Prosecco.
bare bottles of prosecco, and I still got some at home. I was giving away at the end of the night. I was like, take one with you.
We
That's-
didn't-
I
we
know.
didn't.
Oh,
Because I was literally like, this is
We
a
didn't-
problem in my house. Like, what am I gonna do with
There
all
was,
this?
there was a lot.
You don't have
Definitely
no,
got on the train a little bit like, oh, my head's
The
a
wind
little
is-
like.
the wind is
It's like
shaking.
it wasn't doing nothing for me though.
Me
I,
neither.
like, I had a
what
big
it
golf.
does.
It didn't do
sets you
nothing
up,
for me.
And then before you know it, you're out here being like, what's going on?
Maybe because I was at home, I didn't have that experience of having to go out. Like,
Yeah, you just
didn't.
jump in the
Yeah.
bed, innit?
yeah, I think it was literally when my sister was the last one to leave, and when she was at the door, me and her always end up having like conversations at the door for like flipping hours. And I remember I was
so
standing
far
there
inside.
listening to her, she talking, and I was like really interested in what she was saying, but equally I was a bit like this.
I'm telling you.
I was like, I need to go to my bed now. But no, it was lovely. Thank you guys. It was a very blessed birthday. 49,
Big 4-9, you
45.
know. Yeah.
Fine, look at the legs.
45.
Look at those carrying legs.
Glowing and that.
Yeah, it was
Look,
nice.
Cakes and crisps are plenty.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Can I ask, what is, I mean, okay, 50 is the next
Yeah.
big age, yeah?
At 50, I'm going all out.
Yeah, you're going
All
amen,
out.
amen.
Yeah.
But like, you know, like, so 29, that's when you start thinking about your 30s.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know if everyone gets that 39 to 40.
You do.
I
Yeah,
don't-
you do. You
Okay.
do.
Yeah, a little.
Well,
Yeah.
got
I think
something
every
to expect.
decade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, every decade.
Yeah.
So like, what is the feeling for life at 49?
Can I tell you, this is so funny that you should ask me, because just yesterday I was having a conversation with my brother, and I feel like now, it's like I have almost had an epiphany, because I really feel, and I know you say this in your 40s, but I genuinely feel now, and this a little bit what my post was about too, I'm there for those that love me and that I love, yeah? And that could be friends, family, whoever you are. But for those that don't love me or don't show, I don't give a fuck no more. And I'm actually like, I'm gonna stop expecting at my big 49-year age people to change. And that could be people who are blood, and that could be people who are friends. I'm not expecting you lot to change no more. And what I'm not gonna do is run you down or like do anything. I actually don't care. And I'm okay in saying I don't care, because I have a lot of good people in my life. And if it's anything that Wednesday showed me, is I have a lot of great people in my life. And for those who don't put in, then, you know, it was nice for a season. I'm good. I don't have to try anymore. I'm okay. Like, I feel like that's what 49 is giving me. I'm not going into being 50 having these thoughts and feelings about, oh, what did I do? Or what could I do better? Or why isn't this person showing up for me? Nah, fuck that shit. Because it's like you said, life is short. What, I'm going to go into 50 feeling the same? Nah, not doing it. Shed that shit.
Yeah.
Shed it.
Can I ask, and I've never asked this before, yeah, but like, how old are you guys? Because I don't usually ask older people how they are, but like, I just want to know how old you are. Forgive the aunties. I never ask the aunties how old they are.
No.
I'm sorry. Might be new job.
First of all, you're saying that older people.
No.
Leave it alone.
More
More
knowledgeable. You get me? More knowledgeable.
I mean, the show is called Your Aunties. It's fine.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
Don't let her get you.
I'm joking,
She's
I'm
just
joking.
on the talk because she's the eldest.
Oh, how old are you?
49.
She's gonna be.
Oh, you're gonna be 50.
She's gonna have the
My
big
big
50.
years this year.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, so you still got a year to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got minutes to go.
You've got seconds to go.
But she's
21 seconds to go.
go.
How are you feeling about
I'm
49?
all right. I mean, all plans of 50's gone out the window, because we've been talking so long about reaching 50. There's a bunch of us that reached 50 this year.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to have like
Tough.
holidays and nothing, and I'm not the organizer.
Well, you are going to Atlanta.
No, wait a minute. We were supposed to, like, there was supposed to be like a pinnacle, like, we going here for our 50th. Didn't do that. So last minute, I am going to Atlanta for Chris Brown and Usher in November. That's close to my birthday.
It's gonna be sick.
I think my daughter's got something planned. I don't know what she's doing. I feel suspicious, but she's doing something for my birthday with her and my mum. I feel like whatever.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And then that's it. But I haven't planned anything. But I'm not a great planner, and also because of my day job, I'm just like, oh, whatever. But how do I feel? Cool. Like,
How would you describe your 40s?
my 40s was a learning curve. My 40s was an awakening. My 40s was fuck everybody that doesn't fuck with me. My 40s was speaking up for myself.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to be able to speak up
Yeah.
for myself, and definitely with being very comfortable in my beauty. I think in my 40s is when I was like, oh yeah, I am pretty. And it's taken me a very long time to be very 100% copacetic with who I am, what I look like. I very much enjoy myself right now. So, I mean, the little bit of, I wish I had this when I was 20, so I could have been a hoe. Damn it. It's a bit harder to be outside at this age because your common sense is too common sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, but either that, it's just, I am very, very happy to be me.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very happy and enjoying all the things I've done, that I'm doing. I'm so much less moody than I used to be. Moody was depression and trauma. So I'm just like, am I more still
I'm just
moody?
joshing. I'm just joshing.
I'm still a bit moody. I'm a bit moody, but I'm not like
Not
how I
moody
used
in
to
that
be.
way, though.
Yeah.
It's not your personality.
Yeah. I'm just like, it is what it is. So
But I think that's the beauty of 40s. I think all of us can say that those things that you mentioned, it's the beauty. Like, that's why I'm very excited for 50, because 40s have been great.
Yeah, man.
It's been different.
I'm
I
younger.
guess.
You are the youngest.
How old
So
are you
I'm
now?
45.
45.
Oh,
But I'm
you?
gonna be
It's because she says it all the time.
I can't help it. I'm always like, I'm the baby, I'm the youngest. 'Cause I'm
It's
the
so
youngest
interesting
now.
that you say that now, isn't it?
I'm going to be 46 in like 2 weeks' time, though. So I'm still 4 years away from the big 5-0. That's definitely a journey in your 40s. You are more grounded in, okay, this is who I am. But then within my 40s, I have pivoted to do podcasting and content away from being very strongly connected with being like a businesswoman. And I've had my own business since I was 22 when I finished uni. So I went straight into styling. Then I had my own labels. And so I've been doing my own thing. And although it's still like doing your own thing, but when you don't have an established thing that everybody kind of knows you for, it's slightly shaky sometimes, but I'm so much happier not being tied to an identity that isn't truly me. Like it's outside validation. It's like, oh yeah, that's Nana the businesswoman. And shedding that is a journey. So it's like I'm on a different, sometimes it's like I'll sit in a room and I'll be like, oh, that's so interesting. I would get so much from networking and people introducing me in a way, and removing myself from that and really going into who actually are you? What value do you provide for your community? What's the essence of why you're here? I feel that's the deeper part. That's fulfilling something in my soul. That actually, when I die, I'll be like, you did your thing, you know? Truly, you experienced shit.
I guess the question I even wanted to ask you, which is kind of tied to what you're saying, is like, at 45, at 49, at 49, do you still feel like I can do absolutely anything?
More.
Yeah,
All
I'm
the
always
time. I'm always
like
saying that.
More.
I've never been like I can't.
But more.
Yeah, I'm always like, I could be a singer.
Listen.
Hey, drop on it right now.
My latest thing is, I want to be a DJ.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's my latest
Can I
thing.
just say?
I think you could though.
Can I just say? It seems to be, and I never knew this until I reached this floor. That is this is the woman's, regardless of you're black or white, it's a middle-aged woman's. Was it midlife crisis?
Yeah.
Every woman I know wants to be a DJ, and I know multiple white and black who started DJing in their 40s/50s.
Yeah.
It is our It's not the Mercedes whip with the drop top that the men do. It's DJ.
But can I say something?
It's so weird.
On social media, I did see that it was a funny video, but it was an old man picking up his 80-year-old influencer wife's packages. So because he's old, he actually has a tractor. Drives it to the front, picks up all her everything that's been sent by PR and all that stuff, and takes it to her. And he was like, the caption was like, my 80-year-old wife has decided to be an influencer. This is me picking up her package.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so mad because I feel like there's more gassage to hear that there's an 80-year-old influencer, because it feels like you can, an 80-year-old became an influencer?
I feel like I can do, you know, like when you're younger, I think it's not second guessing yourself. I think it's that. Because when you're younger, it's like, oh, how are they going to take me, or how am I going to appear in this space, or all that. You just second guess yourself all the time. At this age, I feel like, why not?
Yeah.
I do. I feel like, why not? Like, you know, and like this, you know what? In my 40s, this is what I got very good at. And this is why the last however many interviews I've gone for, I've got every single job. And then had to like be like, which one do I take? Like, seriously, because I feel like, I say this to myself now, I'm fucking amazing. I am great. And like, I genuinely feel that. And it's like, you'd be an idiot not to take me. Because I'm amazing. I'm great.
You don't say that.
I'm brilliant.
You'd be an idiot not to take.
I feel...
But you act like that.
Exude that.
But
Exude
I naturally feel like that now. Whereas when I was younger and I went into certain situations, I'd be like, I don't know if I could do this. Like, I'm not sure. But I don't feel like that now. No one ain't badder than me at what I do. But that's
I need you in my ear, bro. I need you in my ear.
I've always been like that, to be fair. That not badder, not in confidence, but in like, I've never let gender, race, sexual, anything. I've never let that hold me back. I'm like, I'm just going to do it. So that hasn't changed. I don't know what my 40s comfortability has been. It has literally been very selfishly about me and how I view myself to other people, how I project to other people, because that's always been my issue. Doing stuff, I've just said yes to bare things. I've always been like, say yes, try your luck, because I'm genuinely, I can do it.
But don't you think also, like, just doing the pod, being on Front Street, you have to do the work because we have to keep on seeing ourselves.
Yeah.
In lots of different iterations. That's been a journey as well. Now I don't find my voice as jarring as I used to when we first started. I'd always be like, oh God, my voice is so annoying. But I've got used to that now. And I get used to seeing my face. And it's just not as
I think it's definitely helps with confidence in terms of like seeing myself. Definitely. Because, you know, like, again, like having that, everyone comes with issues, innit? Like, oh, how do I look? But I think the pod's been very helpful with that.
Can I ask?
Because you have to look every week.
I love that you're asking questions.
I know,
I'm sorry. I'm just very.
We're having auntie mention.
I love it. I'm
introspective.
She got to help herself.
But what have you? Because going off of what you said, what have you seen progress in each other over the years of doing this podcast? And one each. It doesn't have to be a whole. Just one. No, I just want to know because it's interesting.
I love it.
Because it's like
I think you've probably had the biggest 180 turn in confidence.
Yeah.
Like you've gone on a real journey to be like, I know what I know and I'm going to say it and it should be followed. So really stepping into leadership, you've probably gone on the biggest journey. And I've definitely seen you really take on like, actually I can lead something and it's fine.
Yeah.
And I can do it in my style and I know what I know. You've gone on that curve with us in our iterations and that's hard. You have definitely embraced your looks.
Yes.
Because when we started, it's just like, I'm going to shrink or I'm going to talk up a little bit, but I'm not going to give all of myself. And just being able to swear as much as you want and literally put on makeup and just love your features. I love that. Yeah, it's been a joke. Oh, don't, because you're going to set me off.
Are you No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're not sorry.
I'm proud. No, I'm proud.
Listen, bro,
Listen, Listen, I love discussions. I love digging deep.
I think for you, it's been amazing seeing you embrace your creativity in this space. I'm going to cry.
Oh,
but,
I'm sorry. But let it out.
Because you're a bitch. No, because I feel like, you see what you said about you've always been in this space, you've always been like, you've been designing and doing all of that stuff. I think when you first started podding, even though you loved it, you didn't feel like you could actually make this your life.
Yeah.
You second guessed it all the time. You second guessed your ability to analyze stuff. You second guessed your ability to produce things. You second guess your ability to edit things. And now you're that girl. You know, there's not anything about podding that someone can't ask you that you can't answer. That can ask you that, you know, you can answer everything and you have the analytics, you have the experience, you have the desire, you have the passion, you have the skill. Like it's been that, watching you, it's been brilliant to the point where you do it with your husband and you're getting like, your numbers are insane. And that is because what you put out...
It's all right, let it out. Let it out, man. I'm going to start crying in a minute.
You're a bitch. It's just been...
I've never been called bitch. But yeah, go on.
But it's been like the most wonderful thing to see. And I think, especially with everything that you've gone through, like losing your mum and having that thing in your head of, I told my mum I wanted to do this, and you're just doing it. And I find that amazing. And as for you, like Nana said...
Don't bring me in, I don't want to cry.
Shut your face, man. As for you, I think like Nana said, when we started this, you would second guess yourself like all the time. Like, you would second guess yourself like, look, this is how I know I've done this shit. I've produced shows. I'm a journalist. I have all of these skills in my own life in the company that I have built and developed. But with the pod, you would second guess like your vision. You would compromise on your vision. And what's been great, even if we don't necessarily agree with you all the time, creatively, you do lead this thing, yeah? And you've helped us get bigger in the way that we are. You've put us on the spot in certain places that we wouldn't necessarily be in, and that's because you believe in this and you drive it. You drive it. And then what's been even better is seeing you grow in confidence of yourself. Like, you're beautiful now. And for a long time, you didn't understand how beautiful you are, and you exude it. And you didn't understand that before. And just watching you and seeing you grow and just be like, I'm that girl. Like, not only like professionally, but in your own self. Again, it's an amazing thing to watch. I just love you two anyway, man. Fuck you, bitch.
I'm not doing this. They've said enough about each other.
Yeah, but you need to say something.
Do you know what it is for them two? It's just because this journey that we've been on, and I will speak just for this journey that we've been on. This girl I've known since I was 5 and she was 30.
But
You're the same age, bro.
and I'm actually younger.
Either way,
The math is amazing.
just doing this with with her bestie is insane. And we fight like cat and dog, but it's that whole thing of like, we can come back and turn it around. And this is my sis. There's no way. And watching her be confident and have her own voice and define her voice and just tapping into the dreams that she's gone on a different path from what we studied in college and stuff like that. But the fact that she gets this chance to show the world how fucking intelligent she is. It says intelligence as well. I don't like telling her she's intelligent. She ain't fucking intelligent.
Tell her.
But she's intelligent, you know.
Tell her.
Like, her factual knowledge and her passion, that keeps us in check. Like, no, you got to be on this thing. And she's on this thing. And she's a ride or die chick. And seeing this and having her be free of the restraints of her insecurities, beautiful. Honestly beautiful. And just, I'm not crying because I'm a gangster. If I say any more, it's all going to come out. I'm doing it.
She's going to cry. Don't cut this thing.
And this one, it's just the different journey, because we came out, this is a different space. She was one who planted the seed to do the pod.
Okay.
I took it out, but she planted
She didn't want to do it though.
She didn't want to do it. And so when this witchlet is like my Cody. Do you understand? Like, this is my family, so this is my Cody. That's how it would be. Even though she's my family, actually she's my family as well. But we found that out. And
Shut the front door.
Yeah, really related.
we met on Facebook and now we're related. Like, how dumb is that?
Like, my
Wow.
brother is named after her granddad.
Mad, isn't it?
Dumb shit. So that's probably the ancestors and whatever.
But also, I do feel like I'm Ghanaian.
Okay, you
Yes,
know what?
No, but the reason why I'm saying, sorry to digress,
No, but
just like the Grenada and Ghana influence, like our prime ministers are like this together, they're blended.
besties.
And I guess, and anyway, I do
but
feel
we're
like if I did
definitely,
a
because
DNA test, if I did a DNA test, that's why I gravitate to these two.
Okay,
well,
right, makes sense.
She's a Caribbean in our sandwich, Iranian sandwich.
I am.
Just that this person understands me and helps keep me on track in this particular entity. And doing the pod, I can say the wildest shit, the stupidest shit, the greatest shit, and there's someone to hash it out with that understands my brain and makes me feel like, doesn't make me feel stupid. And even if it is a stupid idea, there's a way to rationalize and talk about it. She's very good, Cody. Like, you need, and I'm not taking away from Farah, but just on this role that in the dynamic that we have, if I didn't have her, I'm not sure what would happen. But in driving this.
For you two, what I appreciate is that when we started this, because I've got a full-time job, I always felt like very guilty that I've not been able to do this.
She's the leader of one of the biggest studios in the whole fucking world. Continue.
Anyway, I've always felt very guilty that I haven't been able to give as much to the pod as these two do, because they run things. She does the visuals. She does the audio. Together, they run things. I just do the finance, which is easy. I can do that with my eyes closed. But like, they do that.
You do have a...
But
she doesn't roll. She doesn't
it's like small.
But
it's small. So I always felt like very guilty. And like it used to give me mad anxiety. But these two have allowed me the space to feel that I actually am putting in a lot into the pod. And for me to be able to go and fulfill my day job and my dream and my aspiration of all of that side of it. I don't ever feel guilty with these two. I don't ever feel like I'm going to come in and be like, well, you haven't. I never, ever feel that with those two. And for a long time, I did feel that. Won't talk about it. But in a previous life, I did. But and I don't think that without your support, even when I told you I was going for the job, you were like, you got it.
Yeah, 100%.
But I was like, you know, I just appreciate the fact that you're allowing me to have this other life and to still come here and show up.
And she had my back in the most darkest times of this pod, and she had my back in it because she's like, no, if I'm going to step up, because where there's holes, you need support. That is the ultimate business partner sistering.
Yeah.
This is the ultimate business partner sistering. These girls are who you want to pod with, who you want to do business with. Hands down. As a lead, I can only be a leader. Your team, you're only as good as your team.
Yeah.
And if not that, what the fuck? I don't know, it might be one auntie and a fucking twin.
But anyway, I just want to say one thing. I feel like what's just happened, like as a 32-year-old woman, like I just know that like I'm gonna be okay.
You are definitely gonna be okay.
That's what this has taught me. Like, as in like there's it doesn't matter the age that you finally get it or it finally clicks. Like it will come, and I feel like that's the hope that it's given me, and also the friendship. Like the friendship that you seem to have here. You're saying that they allowed you to still follow your passion and still follow like your dream, and they understood that. Like that is the kind of understanding that friends should have for each other. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's what I've learned from this.
They always say don't do business with friends, right? And stuff like that. And so for me, this thing had to be with people that I trust and we've had iterations, we've had versions, but this right here is understanding. And it's the quicker you get to understanding what we talked about with the auntie-vention. Like the minute you put your foot down and like you have no wiggle room for bullshit. And I allowed some bullshit up in this place. I definitely did. It was a journey that I had to go on. But the cementing of that has been most definitive in like the people that stand up for you, that will fucking say, I'm going to have your back because I can see shit you're struggling. You're not going to watch me struggle and make me feel bad about struggling. You're going to step up. You're not going to be like, I'm going to be here. I'm going to keep showing up in the best, and I'm be honest about my limitations, but still show up every fucking day and do the job and not make me feel bad. Because there's times when I felt like shit and you're telling me, no, fucking fix up. She's telling me to fix up, and she's got holding me up and propping me up. That's your team. The people that show up for you. What Farah said on her birthday. Who showed up on my day? That's who you got to recognise. On a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday.
What day of the week? Doesn't even matter the day of the week.
Show up, fam. On a Wednesday. Show up, fam. Wednesday's the hump day. Hump day.
No humps right here.
Oh, Lord.
Anyway, Remy.
All right,
sorry. Okay, sorry. Let me go back. May I go back to I'm going to be a guest now.
Be a guest now.
All right. Aunties Could Never back to matters at hand. These times now, someone's got to go do Love Island.
You know who is?
Aye. So, let's do Welcome to the Family. Who are we welcoming to the family?
Jodeci!
Baby, won't you please stay?
What? Baby, won't you just...
It is 35 years since Forever My Lady.
I was about to say, hold on a minute.
You weren't even a thought in your dad.
I was minus 3 years.
Do you know who Jodeci is?
Of course I do.
Sing one song.
Casey and Jojo.
And
I'll make love.
No,
wait.
That is not.
No, hold on.
Start again.
Casey and Jojo.
Who is in Jodeci? Remy.
Come on.
Casey and Jojo, bro.
And who else?
There are two more.
Casey and Jojo are all I know, bro.
Mr. Dalvin and
Mr. Dalvin, yes, and Devontae, yes.
Swing.
Yeah, right. Yes, I did know that. I did know that.
I'm
it's
so
fine.
sorry.
She wasn't even a thought in her parents'
my
eyes.
child.
I mean, my daughter knows.
My daughter knows.
My daughter's obsessed with Jodeci.
Okay, so I'm guessing it's R&B household.
Listen, I said
I grew up on Yinka Yefele. All right. He's a gospel artist. All right. From Nigeria. Thank you very much.
All right. We got the secular household. I get it.
Yeah, I'm just stepping into the R&B bag. I'm learning. I'm going to R&B and slow jams. I'm learning.
Okay.
We're going to learn about this one here.
Okay, yes.
Take it away.
So like it is 35 years since their debut album Forever My Lady came out.
My lady.
It's like
a dream.
Anyway,
well, you the kind of people that used to dance forward
Jodeci,
in the clubs.
Exactly. Jodeci, as we
Fanny.
just told you, is made up. When you get the anyway, it's made up of four brothers, two sets of brothers. You've got Casey and Jojo. Then you have Devontae Swing and Dalvin, Mr. Dalvin. And they all are church boys.
Okay.
And then they got together and they formed this beautiful, wonderful music, which is like a blend of hip hop and R&B. And they were like, whoop, pop that ball. They were game changers. Like what set them apart from everybody else is they had a little bit more swag. Their music was a little bit more earthy, buggy, you know, beautiful, beautiful band. And as I said, it's 35 years since their album came out. But for me, it's still 1991 in my car. Because I play that shit every day. If I put on my playlist, some sort of Jodeci is going to be on there.
What's your favourite Jodeci song?
Oh, I've got a few.
Mine is Fiending.
I think I'm literally just about to say that. I think mine is still Fiending.
No.
I just love Fiending.
My heart belongs to you. I
That's
literally
yours.
say, if I ever get married, I need my husband to sing that song.
Mine
to me.
goes
He
Fiending.
needs to sing it or it just needs to play?
He can mime it, but it needs to be on. But I need a performance. I need to be sitting down and he needs to be giving me a performance.
I've got Fiending, Come and Talk to Me,
Come and talk to me, Shane.
Yeah.
and then...
Do you know what I've been listening to lately? Let's be alone. I forgot about that tune. It's like it came on the
I
other
need
day.
to
I was
actually
like,
listen
jeez.
to an album.
Yeah.
again.
I have been
Well, what we're
blathering
going to be
it.
doing, by the way, plug.
Plug.
We are going to the R&B Summer Ball.
Yes.
We are.
Friday, June the 19th at the O2 Arena, featuring Jodeci, TLC, Blackstreet. We will be there. Check out my interview with Chili. It's going live soon.
Yes.
I had a quick
Yes.
audio, little chit chat with Chili.
That's
from
it
TLC.
then.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Chili, you know.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
Yeah.
Original Miss Waterfalls.
Chili came to talk to the aunties.
Yeah, man. She had a little chit chat with me. Check it out. It's going up live soon. But yeah, man. Or she'll be live when this goes out. We are going to the R&B Summer Ball. And we're going to
gonna
sing
have fun.
our freaking chest
I
off.
cannot wait.
Testicles.
Chest
I am going to
I
be
can't wait.
acting like I was 17 again. My very
100%.
first concert that I ever went to was Jodeci, and it was in Wembley Arena.
I went to.
Like, yes. And I didn't have a ticket. Me and my
How
friends
did you get in
went.
then?
Because when I got to, we just had the confidence of God.
Yeah.
Like when we did. We said, we're going to get tickets to this concert. We showed up at Wembley. There was a ticket tout. The ticket tout said, do you want tickets? We said, yes.
How much did you pay?
I can't even remember. It
probably
must have
like
been like
20
20 quid.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
That was a lot of money,
It
though.
must have been
Were
about
20
20 quid.
pounds.
Yeah?
Back then, though, but £20 was
But
a lot of money.
It was a lot of money back
we
then.
weren't in the 50s. It wasn't.
No.
So,
Because I feel like if it was
20
50, it was about 20.
20
Decent.
was like
15.
doable.
Yeah.
Like so it wasn't extraordinary. It wasn't like £20 was the value of £100.
Yeah, it was
yeah,
still doable.
yeah.
It was like you could, as a 17, 20-year-old, £20.
Get her-
how
Yeah.
much you think tickets should be right now?
£20.
Okay, no.
Okay,
behave.
I wanna.
£100.
I wanna.
I'm saying 70
no,
quid, you know.
£100.
I wanna.
70 quid.
I think it should
£20 more than 50. That's it.
I think up to 200 is
50
good.
to 70, and then if you're in VIP, 150. Honestly, like you know,
The
come on,
money-
people are spending like £1,000 on a box.
Honestly,
Like,
I-
The
my
money
ticket-
we spent on tickets last year
Was
I
a
could've
lot.
bought a car. Like a banger.
You
Kendrick.
could have bought a
banger.
banger.
Could have bought,
80
but it's
quid.
still
I know,
like
bangers,
a
bangers
these
jalopy.
days.
But you know,
Could you have bought back?
I could have bought a jalopy.
I could have paid some bills.
I mean,
Okay,
that
with-
too.
Concerts
Could have
are
gone
too
on
much
holiday.
money,
Could
it's
have actually
not
gone on
serious.
between Beyonce, Kendrick, and Breezy. Jesus
got our
Christ,
money.
They got all our money last
A
year.
lot of money.
But yeah, we're gonna
That's
be
not
there, and
bad.
I'm gonna
I'm
be
gonna say-
singing my 17-year-old life.
And
Out.
we're
Yeah.
rooting
Can't
for
wait.
Jodeci, and especially because Jodeci have been through some problems.
They have.
They've been
But
through
they
some
look good.
problems, but they look good. They look healthy.
Okay, that's
They're
good.
celebrating.
Good
I've
start.
seen the little post about we're back, so we're going on tour. They're going to be here soon. Thank you guys because
Please,
ready.
no
just
forward.
Do it for them.
Do it well.
Do it for us.
Yeah.
Do it for the aunties.
Think
Do
of our
it
little
for the
teenage self.
aunties.
Welcome.
Yeah, get your visas now.
It's Gemini season.
You know the people that just get the visas the day before and then they're like,
Oh
oh, can't
my
make
God,
it. We
yeah.
get your visas
Listen,
now, bro.
in the 90s, we lived through that. Busta Rhymes, remember? Kentish Town Forum, I swear it was Busta Rhymes was supposed to turn up. I did not. People trashed the Kentish Town
Yeah.
Forum because they didn't turn up. I think that's happened to Nas, Mobb Deep. They didn't get, you lot used to wait to get your visas.
Start now, bro.
Start now.
They should have their
Start now.
visa.
They should have to be fair,
They
they
already have it.
Round the
Don't want to
corner.
hear.
They're running a tax ship.
Before they even announced that they were coming,
You should
they
have
should
your
applied
visa.
for
Yeah,
their
yeah,
visa.
yeah.
Please, I
Word.
beg.
Word.
I beg, please.
Word.
Don't have any outstanding cases,
None
car
of that.
penalties, what is it, alimony, all that shit. Please
Yeah.
pay up.
Child support.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's
I
a big
feel like
one.
anyone who's coming to tell me, oh, yeah, couldn't get a visa.
I forgot my
I'm
gun
just
in my
like,
bag. Please, I beg.
Whoa. But no, if you come, if an excuse right now is that, my visa didn't come through. That's not a
It's long.
valuable. That's not an excuse anymore. I'm not having it.
We're not
Because why would you get the visa days before the contract?
Exactly.
Are you
Relax.
Do you get what I'm saying? Anyway,
Don't do it.
You've been told.
stop it. Don't do that.
I beg. If
Don't.
anyone said, because where did I go? There was a concert and Onyx was supposed to be on the billing. And they were like, unfortunately, I was like, I'm here for Onyx. I'm here to slam my body. I'm here to say da-da-da,
No.
da-da-da, da-da-da. Slam. And I did not slam. I still, to this day, and I have seen Onyx, I did see
I
them.
have not.
I saw them in Hammersmith Palais before it was called Puna Na.
I hated that name.
It was so dumb. Like, who did it? It sounds like something Westwood would come up with.
You can actually hear him on the
Yeah,
phone.
yeah,
know
yeah.
what we're going to call it.
No.
I bet he was a fucking consultant on that.
Probably.
Anyhow, it was, no, it wasn't. It was Brixton. Anyway, big long story. I need to go into it.
But yeah,
All right.
Jodeci.
Welcome, Jodeci. All right.
Okay.
Time. Is there anyone that you want to welcome to the family? Did you have one?
My person doesn't have a face yet.
Go.
Okay, just the love of my life. It would be nice if you just showed up. You know? Welcome. You are here. Your spirit is here, but I just
Yeah.
need the body to arrive.
Enter this family.
You get what I'm saying?
We're-
Welcome, boo.
The aunties
Yes.
Welcome.
are welcoming. Come.
Thank you.
Hey,
Come.
I love it.
Come.
Come.
Usually when they come from the aunties, they have home training.
it's gonna
They have
happen
home
this year.
training.
Have you, and you've been
It's gonna
speaking into
happen.
existence?
Speaking of this is
Good.
yeah.
Are you
Okay.
outside this summer?
done a list?
I am.
Because they got a...
A list of what?
Oh yeah.
Oh, like
what
do's
needs?
and don'ts and
Necessities,
all of
yeah.
that.
Write it
Don't
down.
put the don'ts, just put the yeses.
Write it
Don't put
down.
the don'ts.
Yeah.
Because the don'ts
Yeah.
bring negative energy.
So...
Because it makes
Yeah,
you
yeah.
put your mind
all
to
of
the
the things
don'ts.
that you actually want.
Only
So I got to
once.
write again, or do I have to throw the
Yes,
don'ts away?
yes, yeah, get rid of that list.
Hey.
Get rid of the don'ts. Do not have
New
the
list.
don'ts on the list.
All of the things that
Once.
you actually want.
That's it.
That's it.
I shall share mine with you. It's a great list. And I have actually met someone that ticks every single box. Just haven't met them yet.
You've met someone, but you haven't met them yet.
Don't worry
Oh,
about
is this
it.
the penthouse?
Oh.
Don't be specific. Okay? Don't bait on my life.
Okay.
And I have, put it this way,
We're welcome.
I've done my list.
Yeah.
Only once.
Only met once.
And Carnival, smile. I don't know what happened, but I smiled.
Are you going to be at Carnival?
Yeah, come on.
There we go.
Smile.
Mandatory.
Smile.
Yeah.
Just
It
smile.
worked. It worked.
It's going to happen.
Trust me.
At everyone.
I can
At
feel
everyone,
it. This year
apparently.
it's going to happen
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I smile anyway, but like, are you telling me like my natural stance should just be like, as in,
Skin.
if I'm standing
Oh,
still, it should be like,
Skin.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Look
yes.
how beautiful that is. Look how beautiful that smiling.
when I'm standing still, just trying to look for my friends.
Just smile.
Yes, just smile.
Because you don't know who else
Yeah.
is like, oh,
Look,
Yes.
I swear, you're
Literally
so
Wow.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
auntie.
it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Listen, I'm
That.
telling you, I went to Carnival and said, I'm going to smile at everybody. I smiled.
And that's how you got your.
And I got a boyfriend.
Yeah, boo.
Look, it's coming this year.
Yeah,
it's going to
boo.
happen.
Yeah, boy.
Look, we've already welcomed anyway. So.
Exactly.
Amen.
So
They're
we'll
welcome. They're
welcome.
welcome.
The energy's in the auntie waters.
Yeah, for
we'll
sure.
do our thing later.
Yeah,
Welcome
I'll
to
bring
family.
them here when they arrive. I'll bring
Yes,
them
That's
here.
it.
that'd be amazing.
Listen.
And then you can say that, see, the aunties showed up and showed out. And
Yes,
yeah,
what I'm saying.
Exactly.
They can stand the aunties, they can stand anything.
Word.
that part.
Honestly.
I want you to put them through the ringer. This one is
Why
not
not?
even.
They'll get on to venture first class. Yeah, trust me. First, I'll do this the whole time. Who are you to Alrighty.
Good. Okay.
Let's do enemies of progress because we've got to get
Alright.
clear the fuckers out of the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Enemies of progress.
First one that I'm bringing, yeah.
Mm.
And I don't even want to bring him here. But Mama Grandma podcast had a clip go viral. And the two hosts are talking about breastfeeding. Now I'd be like, this is a great thing to talk about. Like breastfeeding it was on a decline at one point. But they are talking about feeling aroused at breastfeeding.
First of all, do you know what?
I know something is coming.
Bit of
Come on.
TMI, yeah?
Yeah, go on.
Do you know what? Do you know what? When you're breastfeeding, it was that notion of actually trying not to get turned on by the fact that your child's sucking your nipple.
I'm not gonna lie.
Because
I felt
that
it
is
too.
it's
it's a little bit orgasmic.
It's-
Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't care
Yeah,
because
I used to
I was a little bit excited for him to. You shouldn't say these out things like, but
No,
you're gonna. I'm not a
because
paedophile, and I
I'm a
wasn't.
nipple lady.
I'm just saying
I like the
that.
Rasmussen being played with. So
We're just keeping it a buck.
No,
I'm
it
telling you, when they
feels-
first, it's
it's
like
like
not in the hospital, not the hospital one.
When you
when
get
you've got
home,
used to it, yeah.
it's
When
like a
you're
bit of
used to
a-
it, it's
it's a
just
bit
a
of a-
little, and then you just feel a little.
and then you kind of, oh, okay, yeah.
You're not the
It's
only one.
breastfeeding.
I'm telling you. And then it was just like the little the letdown when the milk will go flowing as well. That
The
will,
release felt good.
yeah. It
But
felt good. It's
that-
crazy that oxytocin.
Because also, when you're sucking it, you feel it in your pom pom.
Yeah, you do.
Can I
It
also tell
throbs a
you-
little bit. I'm just keep it real. It does throb. You might
Like,
feel a
it
little
draws
throb.
up.
Yeah, no, it does. It goes through the body,
Through the bubble, up from the belly, up.
through the nip. God's
Oi.
creation. You know God is wonderful, you know.
What? All hell to him.
Exactly.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Wow.
And I think it's dangerous to talk like this and for it to go viral. And I love these girls. I actually really like their pod, but this felt like peak podcast clip farming, mining for a reaction, and I don't like it, because to be talking about feeding your child and feeling fanny flutters, and it just all round, I thought it was crass. And also, I didn't ever feel it, and there was lots of people being like, I don't know what they're describing because I didn't feel it either. I just felt it was wrong.
It disgusted me on so many. I'm going to try to be calm about this, but it disgusted me on so many levels. Like, I breastfed for about 7 months, and I did not ever, not one time, feel anywhere near what they are describing. And I think that they didn't feel it really either. Because in the comments, there wasn't even not one person that said, yeah, no, what are you talking about? And you don't feel fanny flutters. What you feel is your womb contracting, because they say that when you breastfeed, it helps you to like snap back. Yeah? Like, it's such a maternal and wonderful experience when you're breastfeeding your child. How is that in your head? Like, I'm so confused. Anyway, I was disgusted. And it did feel like clickbait to me.
So, I felt like the conversation wasn't had with sensitivity, nuance, and information, and an expert, and that's where it became clickbait and nonsense and sensationalism. I did look around and looked at other conversations, and that chat was like, not me. And other conversations said, yes, because it is the nipple, and some people have sensitive nipples, and some people can have that. So I saw a comment saying, I had the feeling, but it wasn't sexual, but it was still a stimulated feeling to my nipples from the breastfeeding. And I had the pull, but it felt maternal rather than sexual. And now on this great green earth, on God's earth, there is going to be some people that have a confusing feeling because your nipples are being touched. It is what it is. However, how they had that conversation, and scientifically, because when you breastfeed, it does help whatever reason that our genetics genetic. When you're breastfeeding, your womb contracts and it helps to bring in your...
Womb being an operative word.
But it shrinks it.
Yeah.
But the doing it is shrinking that area because it was obviously bigger because it held a child.
However, it is doing it through something that is also, during sex, is stimulated and it becomes pleasurable. So those feelings, it's using the same muscles and nerves. So where some people might have that same kind of thing, but you cannot speak about it, or you should not speak about it publicly without having things in place. Now, I don't know if I looked at them and thought they were just being sensational for sensational's sake. I'm not sure. I don't watch them. Never seen them before. So I've never seen them before. So I don't know their whole, what they need to do. I don't know if they need to up their numbers or not. Or they were just being like, fuck it, let's talk about it because it's real. I didn't put them as an enemy per se. I think maybe they didn't handle it because they didn't think how this is going to sound, because there are people out there that will be concerned or nervous or like, I have a funny feeling and I'm a bit scared. So the people that feel that kind of mixed feeling, it doesn't mean to say you're a paedophile. It doesn't mean to say that there's something wrong with you. There are nerves that interact, and the feeling that you're feeling is a maternal bond between you and your child.
But the thing that you
said... So they're
said...
just speaking very carefully about something that's sensitive and being sensitive. And don't just muddy it as like, it's just bad. So I felt sick. It's a bit bait.
But the thing that you said, the very important thing that you said is in all the different scenarios that you researched, the important thing that you said was women didn't say that they felt sexual. They said they felt maternal. Yes, it's possible that you could feel a sensation in your breast, but the sensation is not sexual. And that's the part. They said they felt fanny flutters and it kind of gave them a little, that's what they said. It's not the same thing as like the feeling of like a release when the milk comes out and you're feeding your child. That's maternal. Yeah. It's not sexual. It's not orgasmic. That's the key.
And I think that's the part that's important, because breastfeeding, especially when you're in public, it's like they sexualize it.
Do.
And that for me was where I was like, that's a problem that this conversation is taking place, because I worked for the NCT for a period of time. What's the NCT? NCT is the National Children's Trust, I think it is. But they do courses they do antenatal courses, and you'll get together and go places with your child. And breastfeeding is a thing that we would advocate for, that we should be able to breastfeed, even if it's covered or uncovered, depending on how the mother wants to do it. And it shouldn't be seen as, oh, she's got her tits out. And it's that type of talking about it. I was like, from women that are mothers, that's a problem. Yeah. Because there are people that properly fighting to be able to breastfeed in public. Yeah. And people not see it as sexual, that this isn't a sexual act. And they just...
It was careless.
It
was careless. I don't know, did you see it at all?
I didn't see it. Yeah. But I do feel like, based off of like the information, I would say it sounds like a very important conversation. Just for myself, I haven't had kids, so I would like, it's information to me. Do you get what I'm saying? It's genuine information. I'm being educated on what breastfeeding feels like. I mean, mostly what I know and what I've been told is that it hurts. That's the most that I've been told. It does. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So this feeling that was being described is this is information to me. And I feel like you said, there's a sensitivity to it, and there's probably a way they could have delivered it in a much more, like, I guess kids probably wouldn't listen to that podcast, but like, you kind of have to describe it in a way that like someone who's not a mother would understand, but like not in that way.
Exactly. That's the part. It's the level of responsibility on how you have that conversation. Because the minute I heard it, I was like, okay, because that didn't happen to me. Nothing sexual. But I remember the pull and the connectivity of the pull when my baby was breastfeeding. So if someone isn't even, there's so many scenarios you can give that person, but let's say someone that's very innocent to sex and anything and not understanding their body, for example. So if you're feeling feelings, you could, because even in just having sex in general, you can be so confused of what you're feeling, what your emotions are, that you can confuse things and conflate things. So if you're feeling like, shit, something's pulling in my body, does that mean I'm a paedophile? So to that extremes, having that conversation and saying, what you're feeling is normal, it's okay, it's not sexual, this is what's happening to you. Not everyone's educated, not everyone gets that kind of breakdown of what's happening to your body and stuff like that. So have that conversation carefully, nuanced, and not without the banter and I've had my fanny flip. Unfortunately, that's not a conversation you can have. Sometimes some things are off limits.
A few things within that, right? The pull that you feel is not in your vagina. For a start, it's not in your fucking vagina.
I think everyone's different.
It's not in your vagina.
But
it isn't here. It's not your sexual organ. I'm sorry, I'm opening my legs and doing it. But it's not there. But, like what you feel is a pull in your womb.
But I think that
it's in your womb.
But
it is not in your genetic. It's not in your genitals. It's not down there. It's in your, like, even in what you're describing, and even in everything I've ever heard any woman talk about when they're breastfeeding, it isn't in their vagina. Like your G-spot is a different spot to. Let me finish. Your G-spot is a different spot to your womb, and the pull that you feel is in your womb, right? Secondly, it wasn't educational. It's not like they said. It's not like they said, this is what I felt, but I understood very quickly. It meant this, it didn't mean that. That's not how they described it. No, so if you're a woman who is about to have a baby, right? you might not breastfeed your kid now because you've heard this. And as Nana said, that it also might make you feel like some type of way, like if you're outside and all of a sudden this act of feeding your child has suddenly become sexualized, you may not want to do it anymore. And that is fucking dangerous.
Yes, exactly.
So I think that when they're gonna make these types of statements, at least back it with some shit. You're just saying these things, these inflammatory things like, and then moving on and laughing about it. What the fuck is that? No, come with some fucking evidence. Come with some actual knowledge. Come with some explanation of the situation. There are millions of women that breastfeed every single day, yeah, that don't feel like this. And if you did feel like that, okay, cool. But what happened after? What happened next? After you first did it, what are you telling me every single time? That's what you thought?
I think it's a conversation that you have to be, because I think everyone's different and everyone's body, and that's why I said that it could be the womb, but you don't know. Everyone's nerves. I think you need an expert in the room. And maybe that conversation was off the cuff, so they didn't plan for it to go the way it planned. So that, because again, I didn't watch the whole thing, I just saw the clip. So it could have been like, okay, we just started talking about it. Sometimes you can be in podding, you just start talking and you're not thinking about the nuances of what you're saying. You're just like, we're bantering, like, oh shit, afterwards. So probably a follow-up video would be great. But people can conflate what they're feeling here to down there to whatever. And everyone's different. That's why I always reserve that. Everyone's body is different. So where we might feel the pull stop here, someone else's might feel lower. So that's where you've got to have at least some responsibility about what you're talking about, and don't make it feel like trivial bants. Unfortunately, there's some things that are just off limits to being casual and free about it.
And also, some things you don't need to talk about it on the pod.
I don't mind if you talked about it, and speak about it with responsibility. That
conversation, because of what you're talking about, you have to be careful, like I said. Because of the connotations and the repercussions of what you're talking about, you have to be careful.
Yes.
So you have, as podders, like it or not, you have a responsibility because you're out there saying shit and someone is listening to what you're saying, right? So that conversation could have been had without it being aired. Until you're going to think about what it is that you're saying and how it's going to be received, you should have been able to, you should have taken a little bit more care, because of what can happen to people now. Like, oh, look, but you got your breasts out, that's sexual. Like, it's a whole thing. It's just
and
not
that
right.
Is how it can be.
It's just
seen
not
as
right.
Well. They obviously put out the clip. And that's where I'm like, that does feel like clip farming. That does feel like you was out here. And I get it. We all do shit. But this one is just a little bit too far.
I agree.
That's what I would say. You know, as your aunties,
relax.
Sometimes you got to be like, let's not do that, please.
Let's revisit that at a later date.
Yes. But I still love you. Still gonna watch the pod.
I don't know if I love it.
It is a very good pod.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I've only seen. I haven't watched a lot. Like they put out. Sorry, they've put out some stuff and it's been good. So they are not an enemy. This conversation is an enemy for me.
Yes.
Okay. All right. My enemy of progress, or is he?
Is it one of
Kevin
those?
Hart's response to the roast.
God.
He was on the Breakfast Club speaking to Charlamagne and Lauren LaRosa, and he was fielding. They asked him all the questions that all of us have been asking, like, why, Kevin, why? How, Kevin, cool. And so between Charlamagne and Lauren, they were like, so these are the questions. These are like, why did you allow this roast to happen in this way? What, especially around the George Floyd commentary. And Kevin Hart came across quite defensive in the interview. And I've watched it and listened to it, and I was like, he kind of had me on the fence of, because I was very much like, Kevin, this is out of order. He doubled down, tripled down on it's a roast. The rules of roasting is no holds barred, anything goes. And I even commented on Charlamagne's page when he shared, or Breakfast Club's page when they shared the clip. And I was like, yeah, but you're telling people around the world to adhere to rules applicable to comedians. Comedians who get involved in roasts understand the rules, but you cannot expect the world to be on board, because the world are not comedians and the world is going to be offended by certain things. And what Kevin was like, it is what it is. The rules of roasting is the rules of roasting. You're either on board or you're not, and you lot are stupid to think otherwise. I'm not a coon. I put on black people. I'm for black people. I didn't know the jokes in advance. Tony Hinchcliffe is Tony Hinchcliffe. He's not. He actually doubles down and said that he's not a racist. I do definitely stand by and say I can never, ever, anecdotal story. My daughter came home one time and said the teacher ripped her beads, broke her Ghanaian beads. This was when she was in primary school. I went to have smoke with the teacher. She said, no, your daughter broke the beads. From that day, I will not defend anybody, even my seed. Even my seed.
Because you know that I wanted to come for the teacher even now.
Yo!
Decades later.
My baby came home and
Which
said,
teacher where?
Miss broke my beads. She was like this. And my daughter had the biggest fucking Bambi eyes. And when she was little, her eyes were that big. And she was like, Mummy, the teacher did it. And I was like, what? Are you mad, fam? She's like, no. And I was like, baby. And she said, she was scared. So from then, I can't speak on nobody, not even my seed. So I will never stand on this earth and say someone's not racist. You cannot. But Kevin doubled down and said, it's a big segue, but Kevin doubled down and said, this person's not racist. So anyway, all that to say, is Kevin's defensive response an enemy of progress?
You haven't got over that moment, man. You haven't got over it.
Poor Am's catching strays.
I love you, baby.
I didn't think we were going there. I didn't know where she's going to go.
Anyway, it's Kevin's defensive response. He was quite defensive, but also my empathy was like, he gets it in the neck all the time. And if you are genuinely like, I'm for my people, I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm a millionaire trying to make business deals, we are on a right, all of us are in the public space. All of us could make that deal that could take us to the stratosphere. All of us might do things that people be like, yeah, they're just cooning out. And deep down, we know what our intentions are. What say you? Did you hear the his defensive interview?
Yeah.
What do you think? Is he an enemy of progress?
I think heavy is the head that wears the crown, innit? Like, in terms of like,
Fair.
He's like, there's just so many opinions. And whilst I do understand that a roast is no holds bar, like you can get it.
Yeah.
Like, I actually watched the roast as well, and
Okay.
they went for sheer Underwood. Like,
Yeah, it was too much. Cheryl
it was
got
too. I was like, surely this is off limits. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, surely.
We've got a line, and
Where's the draw?
Surely this
The
is
line
off
is
limits.
a
But then the comedians be like, don't worry, I called her before and I told her the joke. And she said she's all right with it. And I'm just thinking, okay. So I'm thinking, like, the bar, where is it?
It's not. The bar is not.
Where is it? And it did, I'm not gonna lie, it did feel racist. Like, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
it
It
did.
was, like, a lot of the comments, I was like, I didn't know what to do in that, like, whilst it was playing on Netflix in my house, I was just looking around like there's other people there. Like, did you guys hear that? Yeah, like, did you hear that? And do you know what I mean?
Couch and the cushion.
Yeah, the couch and the cushion and the fly that just keep flying around my room. Do you know what I mean? Like, just like, but again, I'm not a comedian and I don't understand the rules of roasting. And so to me, it will always feel like, it's a bit too much, man. It's a bit too much, but that's...
Is Kevin an enemy of progress for you?
It's his name on the tin.
He said he produced it.
It's his name on the tin at the end of the day. It happened on your, like,
His words were...
on your watch.
yeah,
I didn't know the jokes in advance. It's Tony Hinchcliffe. He said the George Floyd joke was in poor taste. But no holds barred, it's a roast. What say you?
I feel like, and I heard him out, and I watched it twice, and I was disgusted both times, and I laughed only at Cheryl's and Regina.
Yeah.
I am partially Cat, but not all the way. I just felt that each time the white guys came up, it wasn't funny to me because these are basic jokes and cusses we have all lived through. So to me, there was nothing comedic about it. Saying that I couldn't even see Cheryl and Cheryl's like a big black hole. Like I was literally like, this isn't even sophisticated racial joke.
That
And
part.
I can find racist shit really funny if you do it in a really good way. But these were 80s standard racist stuff that were being said. I was literally like, this isn't sophisticated. It's not funny. You haven't even tried. you've decided I'm going to go on an all-out offensive run to just gun black folk, and I'm going to target the dark-skinned girl. We've been here before. So I didn't find it sophisticated, and I didn't think it was funny. George Floyd, actually, of all of the things, didn't offend me as much. It's offensive still, but as much as the way they were just doing black jokes. And Kevin has to hold that because you okayed these people. Like, Tony has been sacked from jobs for being racist, for saying racist things. So how can you now be like, oh, he's not racist? Okay, cool. So you have to hold it. If you are prepared to defend this guy, then people can say you are not somebody that we should be holding up because you don't respect black folk and you're not a safe place for us. When Tom Brady had his roast, I don't know what the joke was, but he stopped a guy and was like, don't say that again.
That's Tom Brady.
There are things that, he could have, even in his comeback roast.
I didn't even watch that.
Tom Brady's...
I didn't want to watch it. I didn't care.
He was offended by it, innit? And he was just like, that's out of bounds to the comedian.
It was a comedian. That comedian, the bald one that was also at Kevin Hart's roast.
Yeah, with the red. That's always there.
They did the Eddie Murphy skit type thing. Yeah. He said something and Tom Brady's like, stop that.
No.
Because Kevin also said, what did you want me to do?
Like, I can't stop it. It's rolling. It's a live show. And it's like, bro, there are things. You had your get back in it. You had your minutes to come back at everybody. You didn't do a great job in that. And I think it's fair for us as black folk to be like, you let us down. And there are parts of this that feel a little bit coony because like maybe now you're making money and you don't have empathy with the community, which can happen. They say it's actually scientific. The more money you make, the less empathy you have. So maybe he's there now. He's just making so much money. Yeah, you're out of touch. You don't have the empathy for the black community and how this affects us. Because it does. Racism is on the rise. And that these men felt it was okay to be openly racist and target the dark-skinned woman in the room is a bit of Trump's America. And then in all of that, to encapsulate, the only person after that has said anything wise is Chelsea Handler.
Right.
And I have a problem with it being
Chelsea
Handler.
I will leave that there.
Chelsea was
if
like,
Chelsea's the only one that can see this as fuckeries,
Regina felt... I think
she said something as well?
No,
she hasn't said anything. Her facial expression.
Her on that whole panel, she didn't. She barely laughed.
She was looking around like
she was straight.
Is this comedy?
Yeah, like she was not on
What's your thoughts?
Sorry, Egypt's on my nuts to order something. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay, because what did someone say? There was I wish I could credit her, but there was a content creator who said something about Kevin's that sometimes that. No matter how rich you are, you're still pleased to be in the room. And I don't, again, when Kevin was talking, I am a bit of I hate that. I hate self-diagnosing, but I do think I'm an empath. I do think.
I'm an empath.
I think so, but I hate saying things without having a scientific note to say that.
I don't know if there is a scientific thing.
I know there isn't, but people say I'm an empath. And it's like, oh, fuck off, are you? But I'm in my nearly 50s, I do think, possibly this is my thing, because I feel like, anyway, fuck it. Anyway, that thing that Kevin was saying, like, I am putting people on, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I felt the heavy is the head that wears the crown from him in that interview, because it seemed like he was tired, he was defensive, and for fuck's sake. And if you do feel like, because he said, I employ people, 150 people plus more, got jobs, got work, got this from what I've done. And there's a world that everyone understands. But the content creator was like, sometimes you're just happy to be in the room. And black people, generationally, we're not comfortable with success. Sometimes we have survivor's remorse. A lot of the time. We even talk about here, like, even our kids are spoiled. How dare our kids be spoiled? We come from the hood the other day. And now, just because we got two podcasts, now you lot think that you're balling. And it's that thing where the black struggle story is, we came from the hood, single mother, was in the estate, all that kind of stuff. And then to rise above that is scary. To be in that space where you've got money is scary. To do anything to risk that and go back to being just any black is scary. So I wonder where
He sits and all of that.
Yeah. I mean, he has lost a bit. Remember, it wasn't too long ago. Kevin was effectively cancelled.
Yeah, for the Oscars.
Yeah.
So that may be another fear that he has. Like, I'm on the rise. I'm doing really well. I'm thriving. I can't piss off certain factions. He may not feel strong enough to be able to do it. I can give him all of that. I'm just like, you still employed somebody that has lost jobs for being racist.
Thank you.
You still did that, and I would say, I witnessed flipping racist tropes that are not funny, nothing sophisticated, and I watched that take place.
Yeah.
I was doing the same, looking around like, what?
It's not funny.
What? He really said that, and it was just straight out. There was nothing clever.
My take on it is that it seems like an excuse to be like, well, what did you want me to do?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you are Kevin Hart. You can do stuff. You do have power. If you didn't want certain shit to be aired, even if it took place, it was live. If you didn't want it to happen, you could have said too much.
Yeah.
He could have said something. The George Floyd stuff is way below the belt. You could have stopped it then and said like, nah, come on.
The jokes were basic. It wasn't Dave Chappelle level. It wasn't
Yeah.
Pryor. It wasn't what's the white guy that everyone heralds. There's the white guy that does political comedy. I can't remember his name right now.
You talking about Tim?
No, it's an old school guy, George Carlin or someone like that. It's not that where there's levels of the depth of the political kind of nuances. That is what I would have wanted. That is who I would have wanted you to hire, like, or to get involved. Because I think Kevin said something about they wanted these guys. So there's a level of power that we're affording Kevin that he didn't have. Maybe it's like, well, we got to have these people. And it is what it is. Whatever the case is, I just wish there was a level of black, like, you're not talking about this. And at the very basics, whoever agreed to be in the roast, you're in the roast. George Floyd and his family were not in the roast.
And then even if you felt like you couldn't have done something in the actual moment of it, the response to it, you have an obligation to actually say that didn't sit well with me. Unfortunately, my hands were tied. Not to be like, well, what did you want me to do? It's the way that he's saying it.
Yes.
Like, he could have been like, that was out of order. And afterwards, I had a conversation with them and I said I didn't appreciate that. And I've asked them to take that out of, because live is live. You can still edit. Like, if you watch the Super Bowl with Usher and Alicia Keys, if you watch it now, there's no mistakes that she made. Yeah. She sounds perfect.
Yes.
So you can
the audio
so you can edit some shit. It's been done.
Nah, and they do say that if you have to be funny, no, if you have to be offensive to be funny, then you're not that funny.
Yeah.
That part.
That's
That's what
Like
if you've got to be offensive, there's things that are like, that are on the line, but then they don't cross that offensive line. They're just like, they took it to the edge there. But
He referenced Richard Pryor and who passed away, who killed himself, Robin Williams.
Yeah.
And he referenced their jokes, and they were the inappropriate jokes that they made back in the... He said the history of roast has been that. It's been explicit, it's been raw. And I think it's the cleverness and the intelligence of it. These were literally, your mum's black, and you're so black I can't see you. You're gay, you're a slag.
Roast is explicit and a roast is raw. Yeah. But I don't know if, even if you watched the Robin Williams and the Richard Pryor of the world, they would be talking about stuff like George Floyd.
It was bad. He did say it was bad. He did
George Floyd.
Regina was channeling his dead mum is flipping crazy. But and I was laughing my ass off. It's so offensive what she was saying.
It was bad.
But it was flipping hilarious. To literally be like, a battery is being ran on me. Like, my son is a doofus. Like,
and your daughter.
Like, the levels of it, I was like, this is so great. But that's smart comedy that is on the line.
On the line.
You'd be like,
you can't say that. Surely you can't.
But
then you look at the person that they're roasting. If they're not offended, then you don't really get offended.
And she kept it up. And I would have at some point been like, I can't.
It was great, and that's the levels that you want.
Yeah.
But the other stuff was basic.
But the other stuff
was basic.
Yeah.
The other stuff was and the fact that you had a writer's room of white boys put in the majority, that's the part. It's like you had writers writing this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
This could have been, and I don't even think the way, because he was saying the roast is the greatest roast. It wasn't a great roast.
No, it wasn't.
Just because it got numbers doesn't make it.
Because everyone's going to watch
and
it.
this is what people confuse. Like,
But also, what I didn't understand, was a roast about Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
But they were roasting everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody else.
Everybody else was getting roasted, and I was
Yeah.
like,
When
so
I
does
was
it mean if
yeah.
you sit on this lineup here, you're getting roasted? Like, because
Yeah,
I didn't
basically.
understand it. I was like, you're meant to be roasting Kevin Hart and Kevin Hart alone. Like, that's it.
That's what I thought. Of
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It
I
wasn't.
felt like
It is.
Cheryl got roasted more than anybody.
Yes.
Like
and
she
Chelsea.
she was Kevin Hart. Like
But she held her own though.
Yeah. Listen.
She was funny.
Her takedown was great.
She probably was the best comic on, actually, because it's like she gathered everybody up and told them about themselves, and Kevin as well. She was great. Kat as well, but I would say the black women did their thing, really.
They did.
Maybe not Tiana Taylor.
She's not a comedian. She got written
I
for.
know,
It is
but
what it is. It wasn't
it
great.
was like that was unnecessary.
And Serena and the sister weren't great as well.
Kevin, this wasn't great.
It wasn't the best thing. But anyway.
I'm not gonna lie. I like, don't get it twisted. The roast was like, I laughed at some points.
Yeah, I laughed at some points.
And I feel like even there's an element of me that enjoys dark jokes. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I've heard some dark jokes and they've been cleverly articulated.
I think if you watch roast, you enjoy dark jokes,
to be fair,
because that's the whole thing that's the whole premise of it, isn't it? But there's dark and then there's dark.
I just wish Kevin didn't say you lot are stupid, because it's not that.
How is that? Oh yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Because not everyone.
It didn't work this time. Yeah, we just needed him on our side. It just made me think of, Zizi is gonna have her roast.
Oh yeah.
I actually want to go and see that.
I don't want to see my baby girl get roasted.
No, but I want to see it.
But it seems like she's behind it. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
she
has to be
is.
behind it, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
I want to see it. I want to see how they go in. I do love a roast when it's done well.
Be
Remember
interesting
the
to see how they do it.
Jamie Foxx one. We don't even know who the comedian is anymore because he killed his career. Where the guy is roasting somebody and Jamie Foxx is like, "Who is this?" Have you seen that clip? No. I have to insert it. It is the best takedown of a comedian bombing in a roast where we don't know who the comedian's name is anymore. Like
Wow.
Jamie Foxx.
Is it Jamie Foxx's
Jamie
roast?
Foxx was like the host of it, and he just reduces the comedian because he was not roasting.
Who's
properly.
getting roast? Who's getting roasted?
It's Shaq.
I watched that. I feel like
Shaquille O'Neal.
It's,
as in Shaq.
I might have seen that clip. Anyway.
It's the best takedown. It's so painful. Each time I watch it, I feel so embarrassed. It hurts, but I can't stop watching it. And I feel for the guy because it's like you was reduced to nothing.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
It's perfectly done.
On that note, who's your enemy?
Have we got time to do it?
Well,
Can we do it quickly? Are we doing the makeup?
oh no, because
No.
Okay.
My enemy is. Hold on a minute.
Do we need? What one should we do? The makeup one as a roundup.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Sorry, I need to find it.
Do you have an enemy in progress? Did you bring one?
No, that was the one with the amputee.
Oh yes.
But it's all right. We don't have to do it. It's okay.
It's a good one though.
Hefty.
It is.
It is. Let's see how we get.
All the way down here. My enemy in progress is Judge Nicholas Rowland. So on the 27th of May, I think it was, on my birthday, how very dare they, there was a case and it was about these two girls who were then aged 15 and 14 who were raped in separate incidents in Hampshire. One was raped in November raped in November, and one was raped in January 2025. And it was by two 14-year-old boys and one 13-year-old. They were convicted, but this judge decided that he wasn't going to actually give them any sentences and punish them. What he was going to do was give them suspended sentences and didn't put them on any sex register or anything like that. So basically the boys were allowed to walk free after being found guilty of these two heinous crimes. And they filmed it and put it out.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, there's been a lot of outrage about it, as you would expect, because they only received youth rehabilitation orders with 180 days of intensive surveillance, and they've been given curfews. That's all they've got.
Months?
Yeah, 180 days of youth rehabilitation orders. The third boy, who's now 14, was given an 18-month youth rehabilitation order, and they're all on curfew.
What was her reason? I said they gave a reason.
What
Judge
he
gave a
said,
reason. Yeah.
what the judge said, he said he would like to avoid criminalising these very young boys, and that he stressed the seriousness of the crime and said that the filming of the assaults made them even more serious, but he wanted to avoid criminalising these young boys.
Are these boys
What in the...
Caucasian?
They can't be named because they're
we won't
children,
know.
so we don't know.
So, but they committed a crime.
So they committed 2 crimes. So they did one in November, got away with it, and decided to escalate it in January of 2025. So that means that in a 2-month span, you've decided that what you did was great, and you want to expand on that, and you want to now film it, and the only reason why you've got caught is because
And that's the girls coming forward.
The girls have come
There
forward.
could have been others in between.
So the girls have actually come forward. The girls have been doing interviews on various platforms with the BBC and things like that. And they've been saying that they feel like they've been let down. They feel like they're scared to go outside now in case they see these boys. They'll never be themselves ever again. Their innocence have been taken. They go to sleep and they can feel them on them. All of these things, like these poor girls who have had to go into court and describe everything that has happened to them, for these boys to be found guilty of 10 rape counts, right? And then the judge to turn around and say, I don't want to criminalise these young boys.
No.
What about the victims?
Nah.
Because the boys have already criminalised themselves. And what does that say? So you've done this, right? Where is the justice in that?
Mm-hmm.
How are they now going to understand that what they did was so heinous that it has a consequence?
Mm-hmm.
Where is that?
No.
So if they've done this, what is their next step? What are they going to do next? They're not even on a sexual register or anything like that. They've just been given 180 days.
That's like basically doing a simple like robbery or something. Like how they've first offense robbery. That's how they've been punished. Not that. That's crazy. I actually really feel like we got to look into this judge because that's it's not one victim. It's not somebody's girlfriend where you make those things. This is very targeted strangers that you pulled off road and you assaulted them, and the judge is going to be like, they didn't do it once, they did it twice. And I'm not going to give them a sentence.
They filmed it.
There's something wrong with the judge.
So the first time it was 2 boys, and then the third boy was, I think, egging him on. And then the next time round, that all 3 of them were involved.
Come on now, come on.
What's your thoughts, Rim?
I'm disgusted, to be honest with you. It just seems like a very clear-cut case. You know, usually they find it very hard to, sadly, they find it very hard to prosecute people who have, committed rape. They find it hard to get evidence, to get everything. Now everything is clear-cut case. It's a clear-cut case.
Yeah.
We've got the evidence. They've been found guilty of 10?
10.
And then that's... So it's like, okay, cool. The first hurdle was not having enough evidence. Now we've gone over that hurdle. This is what happens at the end of it. How's that going to encourage anyone to come forward if
That part.
Precise.
Right. Deal with
So
that's so true.
on repeat, and we've spoken about it so many times here. Because this case has gathered so much steam, because people are like, what actually happened here? Like, even Keir Starmer's been talking about it. It is going to the Court of Appeal. They're going to actually look into the sentencing that this judge has given. But I feel like they shouldn't only just look into this sentence that the judge has given. They should look into everything that he's given. And they should look into him. Because how do you feel like it's appropriate to say to these poor young boys, I don't want to criminalise them. They have criminalised themselves. They've done it to themselves.
Committed a crime. Definitely. I think your point is spot on. For any young girl, you would be like, well, what is the point? I was filmed for one. That doesn't mean anything. So you have evidence of my assault and they're still not being punished. And then for boys that would be out here thinking we can do this, again, it's like, well, it legitimizes
Absolutely.
this activity because you're getting a slap on the wrist. So you'd be like, oh, with a good judge, I'm just going to get a slap on the wrist. Crime and punishment, it's also to deter other people from doing the crimes. This doesn't deter anybody because it's like, well, it almost makes it a little bit legal. Like I can do this and all I've got is community service. Community service, people get that for stealing a bike. Like this, I don't understand. We've got to look into this judge. Because what has this judge been up to that he doesn't see this as a heinous crime?
Yeah.
And the fact that he doesn't want to criminalise them because it will have a lifelong impact on them. What does he think is going to happen to the girls? Is that not going to have a lifelong impact on them?
That's why he's supposed to punish them.
I've always been an advocate for rehabilitation. So where I stance is everything you said, you guys have said, I agree. But then if you're doing this, and it's so, when people say that we make everything about race, I would really like to know the race of these young boys. I really would, because my suspicions and my spidey senses is that these boys are not black or brown or ethnic or brown ethnic. I believe they're white boys. That's my gut. I don't know. It's this kind of coddling, and we want to make sure these boys are okay because they've made a little silly icky mistake. Forget the fact that the society hates women, regardless of race. There's that. But this mollycoddling of boys tends to come for white boys where they see like some sort of future for them. So I want to know their status, their class status, their race, and what the judge is seeing. If he's seeing himself in these boys, where that time when I raped when I had allegedly, when I had that little dilly dally with that girl and I took over her and I didn't listen to her nose or something like that. That type of affinity, empathy, whether you think you're an empath in the wrong way, that thing that you see in someone that looks like you when you're youthfulness and you want to protect them. I want to understand that, because if you're going to do that mollycoddling, let's set aside the actual heinous crime that's happened. If you're going to see empathy in these boys, how many countless boys in different situations that maybe have evidence that kind of leans into their own trauma, their own molestation, or whatever the case, that maybe has more reason for them to do something like that, not an excuse, but you get what I'm saying, that they've got harsh sentences, no mollycoddling, no, actually, we don't want to mess up their futures, that's the part that really triggers me, apart from the fact that, because I know society hates women. We know that the patriarchy hates women and has no care about women who have been through trauma, and has no care about how those women, you're not thinking about how those women go on to parent. You don't think how those women go on to potentially become dangerous to other people because of their trauma, unhealed trauma, because they feel there's no justification in the world or validation for their victimhood. All of that stuff. I just want to understand what this guy's about, and I want to know if you're going to give that sentence, are you giving that to everybody, regardless of where they're from, their class, their race, their gender?
And he needs to be looked into. I would
100%.
just add, I watched a girl talk about being sexually assaulted repeatedly in East London. And when I worked in Stratford School, I remembered hearing in the staff room about girls being targeted and being taken off of buses in, it was like around Stratford to Barking. Like this was a thing that was taking place. And so it was like, well, we kind of got to tell the kids to be vigilant, but also we don't want to scare them. And so I'm watching this girl talking about it. It was at the same time I was teaching, and she said it became so normal. Her and all of her friends had experiences of being taken off of buses around Dagenham to Stratford to Barking, like all around there. It was so normal for them. There was just groups of boys that would do this. And us in schools knew about it and nothing took place. It was maybe for like 3 years before she got pulled into somebody else's case. This was so prolific. In schools, we're talking about it and nothing is being done. The boys were just out here. Parks were known. She said her first assault, 2 people watched her get pulled into a bush and they carried on about their business. That's what happens with grape. It's so normal. Race isn't a factor. All of these boys were black.
Yeah.
And they still got off. they also got off on her case because one of them was seeing her friend in a way and he tied it up in that's my girlfriend type thing. Like, but and we knew it. As I was listening to it, I was like, why didn't they even bring in teachers? This was so known. We were all talking about it all the time. How do we stop this? Why are there so many boys that are getting involved in this? It's a problem, but these things travel. There will be boys that will be like,
there'll be boys now that will think no, they can get away with it, and then these boys who have got away with it will think that they can do it again because there's nothing that can stop them. Like, let's just be clear, this was a horrendously violent crime as well. Like, they pushed her down. They were egging each other on. Like, she was repeatedly raped. Remember, there's 3 of them. So they repeatedly raped her.
No.
This is the case in 2025. It's just,
I just feel to have sympathy
for them.
Did you see when we were talking about the other day about Nick Cannon's blasé comments about his son can date and his daughter can't because I pity the fool that comes near my daughter. But yet you're not pitying the fool that comes near your daughter. You're projecting onto your daughter that you cannot be a hoe. But you're not looking at what your son could be. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying that Nick Cannon is saying that his son is allowing his son to be a nefarious, horrible dude. But at the same time, this over-policing of women and projecting onto girls that the biggest problem is you being a hoe over your boys being out there taking liberties with sex and being able to have their dominion over women because that's what they're afforded because you're a man. So you go and plant your royal seeds or whatever, sow your oats or whatever the case is. We need to look at, because when men say, oh, you lot just hate men, or you lot don't like men and you're always feminist, it's not that. There's no care given or control given to boys. It's just men will be men, boys will be boys, and girls have to sit cross-legged, no sexual agency, and just accept victimhood. That is the problem. Raise your fucking boys. Consequences for boys.
Yeah.
And because we live in a patriarchal society, no matter how many we fight and say we want a little bit of freedom and don't open the door for us because we can open the door ourselves, that is the basics of what we're fucking asking for. But actually, let's raise boys in a different way to not think that they have dominion over everything.
The idea that you think the judge thought that it's okay to say he doesn't want to criminalise these very young boys, it's almost as though they didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing because it was a violent act and they didn't do it once, they did it twice. And if they weren't stopped then, and they're not stopped now, we're going to hear about this again. There's going to be another victim that has to suffer either because one of the boys or all 3 of them do some shit.
Most definitely. I saw a little clip and a woman was asked by one of those street guys being like, what would you do if you woke up tomorrow and there was no men to protect you? And she was like, from what?
From what? And everyone was like, what? Like, there were some people that were like, oh, she didn't get the question. I was like, no, she answered it correctly.
Exactly. From what? What we've been protected.
You know when the men got so vexed about the bear, was it the bear versus like, I'd rather be with a bear than a man. Like, I don't understand how many cases, and they were like, yeah, but then there's some men that have domestic abuse. Yes, there are. What is the percentage? Yes, there are some aggressive women that are busting up their man.
What happens?
What's happened?
I think it just...
But in the majority, femicide is a thing. Like, femicide, raping is a thing. How many stories do you hear? And we shouldn't do whataboutery. How many times have you heard about a man who's been raped by a woman? And I know there's I can't because I'm a man, I can't come forward. We know there's hidden cases. But in the majority, domestic abuse, domestic violence, domestic death comes from a man unaliving, raping, destroying a woman.
And
both are equally wrong, by the way.
Yes.
But like,
both are equally
wrong.
We know the proportion.
We're just speaking about the proportion.
Both are equally wrong, but it's not even... I think the main thing is this, yeah? How many men, when you're walking down the street, feel like on edge that you might get attacked?
Right.
Like, genuinely, let's be real about it. Like, by a woman. You don't... It's not the same. I don't know any man that walks down the street holding their keys like it's a weapon. No. Because they have a fear.
I feel like they would do that when they see another guy.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. But this is why I'm saying a woman. Like, you're not feeling the same thing from a woman. Yeah. You know, it's not the same.
I don't even think old men, when I'm passing them, flinch. I'm still flinching passing an old man that I know I could kick down, but I don't know, innit? He could have something. I still have all of the keys and my phone and sometimes my fan all ready for if you try and take me out, at least I'm going to.
And you think about how you're going to do it as well. Like, I literally feel like if you come at me, I'm going to kick you in your, like, I'm going to do something.
100%.
You already have your plan of how you're going to fight back.
And how man planning around how I'm going to take down this motherfucker that walks by me, tries to rob me. That's how we feel all day, every day.
Yeah, that part. Anyway.
Move on.
Final story then.
Final story.
All right. So
Well,
there is. Would you want to do it?
No, you do it. Or,
Okay. Yeah, no, you do it.
No, you do
it. You're both enemies.
Makeup wars is what's going on. Patrick Tar is in the bin. So he's effectively stolen Painted by Esther's, but what she is known for is perfecting a way to put on a lot of blush. That's what I'm going to call it. It's a lot of blush, but it blends in seamlessly. She has a technique. She has verbiage to describe what the technique is. And this man has decided, what I'm going to do is, it's getting really popular. I'm going to create a palette range and I'm going to trademark the term that everybody knows is connected to Painted by Esther, who was a black woman. He seems to be doubling down on this, like he's doing his thing. But everybody is up in arms, like you have taken the intellectual property of this black woman and you've run with it. And it's one thing to just create the product. You could do that, but why did you trademark it? She could get big enough where she could have done this herself, and you've stolen that avenue from her. I'm vexed at him. I think he is disgusting. I don't have anything of Patrick Tar, and I will never buy any of his products ever again. But I'm equally pissed off that Jackie Aina, as a black woman, would be cursing and blocking folks from her comments that are basically like, as a black woman, you should also be speaking up against what he's done, and you're still affiliated with him. And then she doubled down and did a product review of this product and then came back at folks and was basically like, fuck you, heifers. Patrick Tar, as far as I know, is a good guy and I ain't supporting every and anybody anyway. And I'm just like, I'm disgusted by this. You are a veteran.
I didn't know that bit. I didn't know that.
Why are you not supporting another black woman who everybody is saying it's stolen from? If you were even like, I'm not going to defend it, I'm not getting involved, you don't have to do a review. But you did a review. And I find that disgusting. Like, she's problematic. All of this is problematic, and I just want black women to win.
Yeah, because the thing that Patrick trademarked was the word transition, called the transition blush. It's like a fade-out blush. Whatever, especially for black skin, that's what Painted by Esther did. And she was like, she also gives credit. That's what everyone's saying. She gives credit where credit is due. She didn't invent the transition. She didn't invent the style, but she kind of enhanced it and made it her own, especially when it comes to black skin and how to do it in the way that suits black skin. So she's become known for that. But she also gives credit where credit's due. And what Patrick Tar has done is pretended that he created it. It's the trademark blocking, and it happens to black creators all the time. We got it from TikTok creators to makeup people that are just prominent, and then people have to be so jealous and hate. Like, don't let a black woman just have her joy and her shine. You've got to come and try and colonize it in some way. I don't know what heritage. I thought, what heritage is Patrick Tar? Is he East Asian? I assume, because I saw the Tar and thought it was East Asian.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah.
Did you hear about it?
Fine.
Yeah, no, I heard about it. I mean, I'm not a makeup girly. You know, I'm still trying to understand what transition is.
I mean, I guess it's like a fade to.
It's a blending.
It's a blending with a blush. So you have like a nice rosy chic. You will blend it, and it will look like, I guess, dark to light.
Okay, all right, okay.
I guess.
So it's like a mesh.
No?
What? Anyway, the point is, still, I think anything that's obviously, anything that's robbing a black woman of an opportunity for her light to be even brighter.
Yeah.
I mean, what's he getting? He's getting slewed on the internet right now?
He is.
He
He is actually being boycotted.
He asked for it.
boycotted.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay. Right. So, I mean, this is the result of what happens when you steal from a black woman. And I feel like if you're in a position where you want to benefit off a black woman's work, there's a thing called collaboration.
Oh,
That part.
That's
Simple things.
You've got the money, you've got the equity to make it bigger. Just bring her in.
But the
Just
thing
bring
is,
her
it
in.
probably could have gone so differently and been bigger if he had collaborated with her. Look, I've got the means to actually make the product. You've got the whole thing behind it. Transition by her, by Esther. You know, like in collaboration with. It could have been something completely different. But now it's like you're getting all this backlash. It is unwarranted. Okay, there's going to be a whole load of people that don't understand it. But then you're also not going to be able to tap into this market over here.
Because one thing black people are going to do, we're going to support and big you up. If you big us up, we credit us. We get behind you and we make you famous. So common sense, bruv.
Yeah, it's very annoying. It's very annoying. I wish Esther the best.
And
You know,
Jackie.
sometimes these things take place and then your star rises. Like, you know, there'll be something else for her. But I am very disappointed in Jackie, I know.
Yeah, get on code, bro. This is like Kevin saying that Tony Hinchcliffe isn't a racist. You can't. Like, stop. Draw the line. Draw the all black line. Big black line. Draw it. That's all.
Yes. Yeah.
You must have. I just have to throw out there just so it's in the ether. NEETs. I don't like people that are unemployed or not getting work being called NEETs. Have you heard about it? There's like a billion young kids that are not in education, not getting work because of
What they not in education.
Hold on, wait. Let me get the name of it because they're
is
called
it
NEETs. Sounds like a freaking nitties.
That's what I thought when I first heard it.
Hold on, wait. Where's my?
And these people are unemployed, and that they've called.
They're not
being
in
called-
education and they're not employed. Why is
Basically, the number of young people classified as NEETs passes 1 million. The number of young people classified as NEETs, meaning those not in education, employment, or training,
That's it.
has passed 1 million in the UK, according to new figures from the Office of National Statistics.
Yeah.
Because the world has gone to shit, and AI is taking jobs, and the governments are fucking up everything, and so kids are not getting jobs and stuff like that. Probably some hyperbole in there. However, the whole thing is them being called NEETs. It's something about trade. Having a cute name for a disaster is a problem. It's like naming hurricanes with girly names is a problem. Naming this situation, which is serious, makes us make it kind of
It does sound like
tagliney,
nitty.
packagey, and it's like a quick thing. Oh, let's call them NEETs. It's not cool. You're fucking up the world's generation, the next generation. You're giving them a nickname, and it's not good. Don't call them NEETs. Call them young people who are not getting work. Say it in full. Don't use a little tagline to make it, oh, we've got a hashtag NEET. Fuck off.
No, I hear you. Can we just go back a second?
Yeah.
Go.
Sorry, hurricanes are named after women.
Yeah, they are. Hurricane Beryl,
Melissa.
Hurricane Melissa.
What was that one
Why
that
is
we
that?
had?
Ask them. They fucking hate us. The man's fear of a woman is
I
deep
think
enough.
of too many that are...
Hold on, let me.
Hurricane
There's
Katrina.
a reason of it.
Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah.
Katrina, Melissa Beryl.
I can't think of
Oh,
the vibe.
actually, Ivan.
There was
Okay,
Ivan.
there was an
Because,
Ivan.
yeah, there was an Ivan.
Is that's not clearly a male's name though? That could be like.
I mean, I don't know.
Is
any
it
women
Ivan?
Yeah, Ivan's a man.
Ivan's a man.
They are
Okay,
usually
then
women.
But they are their majority
What
is
was the
named
storm in
after women.
'97?
Right.
What was that called?
Wasn't that Hubert?
Hubert. Okay, maybe there's some men.
Hubert.
Not very.
I think that
but
was
not,
Hubert.
but not very
I may have
many.
literally have just made that up though. But I
Look,
remember...
I don't remember where it was.
And it wasn't a hurricane though.
It was a storm.
It
Because
was
I
storm.
What do you call it? Storm
remember.
Hubert. What was it?
I remember when it
Hubert
happened,
storm.
being at
Damn it
school,
up.
and everyone was
Yeah.
like, "The hurricane," and I was like,
tree
"That's
fell
not
down,
a hurricane." Yeah?
Yeah.
It was a big storm.
Why are
wasn't it?
hurricanes not named
Or
after women?
Oscar?
Hurricanes are. This is the AI overview. So let's
Yeah.
Pinch yourself.
Hold
Pinch
us to it,
yourself.
yeah.
discernment. Hurricanes are historically named exclusively after women because meteorologists during World War II began naming tropical storms after their wives and girlfriends to make tracking
don't
them
piss me
on
off.
the radio
Ridiculous.
less confusing.
All right.
Can you stop hating women?
Wow.
please? I
No,
beg
hold
you.
on. What?
I beg you.
Yeah,
They
They
named
named
your
after their-
wives
That's
and
not
your
an-
girlfriend.
That's not an honor. That's not an honor.
That's not great.
How you?
Because man tells you to pick up the fucking drawers off the floor and put the washing in the fucking laundry basket and take the bin out. You're now naming things after like global storms after your wives.
Come
You're
on,
pissed
man.
off for being told what to do.
This is utterly
Get out.
ridiculous.
No, but you are right though. They do need to stop giving fancy names to like disasters.
Like
that's
tag
coming
names
on.
of things. That's
Yeah,
serious.
like
They do.
NEETs is not necessary. Like
Nah, it's horrible.
and it's a term that's just like it gives you You know, like when you box things into
Yeah.
a corner and you're just like, okay, you guys are just over.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's like, okay, we'll deal with you later. Like, no,
Neat.
if it's just we've got a bunch of young people who don't have jobs, then it just makes the problem like loud and
Yes.
out there, and everyone. You get what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Because not in education, not in what is it?
Education, training.
Not in education, employment, and
training.
That makes it seem like it's their fault.
Right. You
Not
lot are
in
neat.
like they've chosen not to be in education, employment, or training, and you're making it seem like it's their fault. It's their like not in like. But then if you finish it, it's because you don't give.
Right.
So it should be
Thank you, Remy. Thank you, Remy. Thank you.
Jay.
Or
Thank
because you're cutting funding for education.
Thank you. That's exactly my gut.
Yeah.
I was like, neat. Are you mad, fam? Nitty, neat, fair enough.
It's
But then it's like
too
too
similar.
packaged. Don't try. I don't want to see bare headlines. The needs are out of work. The needs to this. The needs to marching. No, don't try it. That's
You
another
will, though.
category for the conspiracy, whatever they're going to do to us. And no.
It is what they're going to do. And there
Yeah.
isn't jobs for young people.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have all of the trainer jobs.
Right.
You've cut down on... Where did we used to work? You would work in McDonald's,
Foot Locker, JD.
or
Yeah.
you're in
And
Sainsbury's.
then an intern. There's no Saturday
You've
jobs.
cut down all of those.
No Saturday.
Or when you were 14, you're doing a paper round.
Right.
Paper rounds ain't there
Yeah.
anymore.
I heard a
Milk.
report.
It's not there because we're all lactose intolerant. We can't drink milk.
Can't drink milk.
I remember when the milkman and his cart would come down and the
Yeah.
little boy would jump off and he'd put the milk in front of the... All of those jobs
I think
that you
it was
could do when
Next.
you were young and
Next.
is not there anymore.
The CEO of Next, I think it was, said that originally they would be like before
That was my
historically.
first job.
Historically, you'd get like 10 applications, like for like it would be 10 people applying for every job. Like
Yeah.
you know, 10% or whatever. I can't remember what he said, but he said now it's 19. So it's like it's doubled in what
Right.
people would do now as it was before. So there's just not enough jobs. For them, they don't have it.
Stadium.
So stadium,
All of that.
all of that
We're all
stuff.
working in the state. We're all working.
listen,
like,
you
all
only
the
go
films.
Silver service.
Fulham, the
When
whole
you go
shebang.
shop right now, why are there like one person? I went to Curry's the other day to go buy something. I'm waiting. One man doing the whatever on the computer with one customer. My man's stocking. No one. One man behind
then
the till. There's a queue.
but
But
then
there's
they-
not enough people to even ask a question.
But then the other thing is
Question.
there aren't tills anymore.
There's no
It's
tills anymore.
It's all self-service.
Yeah.
They'll have one person who stands around in case your self-servicing fucks up.
Which it
But
does
which it does
constantly.
all the time. But that's it. Everywhere else is like you serve yourself.
That's like Primark.
Yeah.
yeah.
All of the rows of people that used to be serving you, and now there's rows of self-service. That's all
But
the
it's
problem.
longer, in my opinion.
It does.
Because you've got people who
It
don't know
does.
how to use the self-service.
and
So
it's
like-
always bugging out.
I'm always
I
a
was
little
in
bit lost.
Tesco's. I was in Tesco's the other day, and literally every single item I was putting into my bag was saying, "Please check, please
that's
check."
right, yeah.
To the point where, in the end, the one person who was there in the self-service checkout, she just was there and she was doing it and using her card. Every single item she had to use her card to tap in because it was bugging out. It was
These
bugging
are all
out.
the problems. If you're young, where are you going to find a job now? Like, what are you looking for? This is why everybody wants to be an influencer because it's about work. It's like, what can you actually go into a trade and do? McDonald's used to have about 20 people working on a shift. Now there's like 4 of them. So there's a whole load of people. Where are they working? And then you're going to call them neats.
And that part, that's
Wild.
that rage is rage. That's what rage is. That's why it's like deep, and you're going to give a nickname and belittle them and undermine their situation.
Listen.
I want to hear it.
The
Don't
world is
call
going
them it.
crazy.
Don't reject the title.
Folks are going to start raging, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's
it's
what-
not
yeah.
even a conspiracy. Folks are going to start raging because it will get really hard. And this is what happens. It will get really hard. People are going to be struggling. It's not about trainers. They're going to be struggling to eat. You're going to head to Hampstead and start looking at big fuck off houses and being like, this is what's going to take place.
Listen.
Unless you change it, people are going to rage.
I don't know how you stop the technology button where you stop because we can't. It's like now the horse is bolted now. We're getting robots in our houses in a minute. Like all of that's happening.
But if we can afford them,
we
start taxing the flipping billionaires. I think it's very simple. Start
simple.
taxing wealth and
Give
not
us a-
work. I
yeah.
think it's just that simple. Gary Economics, start taxing wealth and not work.
simple.
It's just like that.
Simple.
And pay us.
And finally, as we
living
wrap
wage.
up, the guy that tried to part the sea in Nigeria. I wanted to welcome him to the family. I wanted to welcome him to the family because I think the more foolish fools prefer.
No, did he
prophets
do it in
there are-
Ghana or did he go to Nigeria to do it?
It was in Nigeria, I think.
No,
You sure it wasn't Ghana?
He was the. No, I've seen that he was
I thought he was
Nigerian. Remy.
Yeah, sorry.
I've
Let's
seen
see.
that
He's a
Nigerian.
Ghanaian man. It's
No,
Abu.
he was
Ghana.
Nigerian.
It's
Yeah,
Abu
let-
Noah again.
I thought it was
No, it
Ghana.
wasn't.
Let me be the adjudicator.
Okay,
let me see.
I'm
Let's
saying
find out.
it's Abu Noah.
I've only
the
seen
one that
Nigerian
said
everywhere.
that he was basically the new Noah's Ark.
No.
His latest con for the people then was I can now part the Red Sea when the tide went out.
Wait.
Come
Where
on,
was
bro.
he? Wait.
Yeah, Farah,
Some
do the right
posts
thing. Do the right
Some
thing.
posts claim the video was filmed in Lagos, Nigeria, but there is currently no verified confirmation of
Mm-hmm.
the correct location. That's all. But I have primarily seen. I'm not even being funny.
Okay.
Femi is your cousin.
No. Can you see? Can you see that's just the defamation of character? Okay. They tried to just screw past that. God bless you, Nana. God bless you.
No, she's an enemy of progress against her fellow
bless
Ghanaian.
you.
But I genuinely,
We're not
on
in the
God,
World Cup now. You're on the Shag Master.
on Moses who parted the sea, on Moses, I've seen that he was a
Oh, it just
Nigerian.
says a
Whatever the
pastor.
case is, man, I wanted to welcome to the family, but he's an enemy of progress because what are you doing? But I wanted to welcome him because the more false prophets that expose their arse that you cannot part the sea.
What I know is, I swear the dude was Abu Noah. I saw
just
his
says
face.
a
Whether it's Abu
pastor.
or
I need to
Alewale,
find out
I
where.
thought it
or-
was Abu Noah.
Trenton, whoever the fuck it is.
And I thought he
keep
was
doing it.
I thought he was on Labadi doing it.
It wasn't Labadi.
Remember,
Don't get excited, man.
I'm gonna find it.
She stated a staple place in Ghana.
It was Lagos Sea.
God.
What's the sea
She
in
didn't
Lagos?
see any Lagos beach there. She didn't see anything. Eh? She didn't see any market.
All I'm saying is enemy of progress, but also welcome to the family. Any false prophet that wants to continue doing foolish miracles that you can't fulfill, like the people that
You know
said
what?
that they're
It's
going to
racist because it literally just says, what do you call him, Nana?
Abu Noah.
It's him.
It's Abu Noah, isn't it? It's the Ghanaian guy.
I was just gonna say because most things just say African pastor tried to part the seas, but it's him. It's Abu Noah. It's
And
him.
Abu Noah is Ghanaian.
Yes.
Nigeria.
He says it. He says he nearly.
By way of Nigeria.
He says he nearly drowned.
No, have you not seen the video? Have you not seen the
He
video?
started walking into the
Ghanaian,
water was coming out.
Ghanaian pastor.
Hold on. You just claimed Ghana. You keep laughing.
I
like that.
claim that's why I can laugh. My people, Ghanaian pastor. You
can't
lie.
lie.
You see what? I could have just let it slide. But someone said that guy's
Now,
not
what did
in
we say
Nigeria.
earlier on? Earlier on, we said you don't let it slide. Hold
let it slide.
him
Let
to
me
account.
let me.
You hold him to
Maybe
account.
else is an enemy.
Who?
Toby. So you relax there.
What did Toby
That's
do?
the
Pastor Toby.
Why are you
Or
going to
Nigerian.
Pastor Toby though?
Because all the false prophets that keep false propheting, keep doing it because that is why we will start to find the promised land.
Yeah.
Brainwash.
Pastor
the brainwash.
Abu
Because
Noah.
everyone else in the water
It's
behind
him.
Abu, whatever the hell he was doing,
Yeah.
coming to watch him part the sea. That never
It
parted.
says-
Man ran back and nearly drowned himself. He was like, I'm going to part the
They call him fake Moses.
fool. But I wanted to
Why did that
welcome
video
him.
even make it to the internet?
Oh, dear. Oh,
A failed
dear.
sermon, clearly.
Oh,
like, how
it's
did
so
it make
funny.
it to the
No, he should have been like, cat. So
All the people, what was the people that thought what was the people that went to the forest and followed the person that thinking that there was going to be an epiphany or whatever?
Abu.
No, that he was the ark.
There's a
but then there was
serial man.
the people that went into the forest that thought that the world was going to.
Oh, they thought that was in Uganda.
Yes.
Yeah, they followed.
Sorry, I'm watching it.
He's like, the Ghanaian thing is not easy, you know. It could have taken him away, and then he
And
went
it
to
should have.
America.
Mummy Water's going to say.
Wait, you know what we say? You
foolish
know what we
boy.
say in Grenada? He nearly got boiled.
Right.
He nearly got boiled. Oh my gosh. That is hilarious.
He should
so
have got
dumb.
gone.
And Nana,
to be
I beg
fair.
you, insert clip.
I will. He's so dumb. He's literally
Like, come on. But the more please, because then all of you lot are following false prophets. Wake up. I beg you, wake up. No man that says I'm going to part the sea. It's not going to happen like that, bruv. Just wait. Sit in your house. You got TV. You can watch it on the news. And if it's a real miracle, that miracle's not going to die in half an hour. You can get there when you get there.
Did you not see the big boy Benz that he got after his last claim? He's making
Off the ark.
Listen, just focus on your relationship with God.
That's it.
That's it.
Between you and God.
That is it.
You know what I
That's
mean?
it.
Find a home for a church and just call it a day.
Exactly.
That's
Don't
it.
follow no one into no water, no forest, no ark. It's not happening. When the epiphany comes, when the promised moment comes, you won't be able to breathe or speak. I believe, and I'm turning into a prophet now.
And the wedding, you won't be able to breathe or speak.
I will tell you what's happening. I will let you know.
Discernment will come over you.
Come
and
over
you'll
you.
know.
The aunties will tell you. Come to the aunties show, the next live. You come to
Why are you shaking your hand like this?
Stop it.
something will happen to you. All right, guys. That's when your aunties could never.
Remy,
baby girl, love you.
Had a great
You made
time.
us cry. You made us laugh.
Come on, we just
Come to
I had a
Rempra.
whale of a
Yes,
time.
hashtag Rempra. I'm going to be your producer of the Rempra show.
So funny.
Bro.
Can I just, before you go, can I just say, yeah, my new favourite thing to watch on repeat is you and Neo. I
so
watched
good.
that so many times. Yeah, I was like, this is the song
Yeah,
now.
wicked,
Like whatever
yeah.
was done in the pot. I love that whole segment that you do.
Thank
by the
you,
way,
man.
Like, it's
Amazing.
It's got a life of its own now.
Oh, it's
Like,
brilliant.
Yeah.
I literally had to like turn my notifications off. Like my battery was just
Balling.
No
I
way.
put in my phone here. I turn it around, battery dead. I said, how? You know what I mean? But I love it because it's so like silly. I'm not asking for like.
Give a little nutshell of what happened.
So basically, so on my show, I do something called Remy's Rhymes, and the premise of it was like, well, Siri wants to get involved.
Yeah.
But the premise of it was that, like kids, like artists are missing the trick here. Like, you know, the kids need something. They need like a new revamp of nursery rhymes. Like the melodies were really dead. Like,
Yeah.
like, like let's just go over a couple nursery rhymes, give them a you know,
fresh
probably
mix.
like a well done, like a well-known beat, for example. And yeah, you just go over it. Whatever melody comes to mind, you just go
Yeah.
with it. Do you know what I mean? And then Neo came on the show recently. We did Remy's Rhymes with him, and we did a couple
Twinkle,
of
twinkle, little
yeah,
star.
and then we did Twinkle
Fans.
Twinkle Little Star to his song Closer.
Yeah.
And really and truly, we were meant to find another melody, but it just worked with
Yeah,
his melody.
yeah.
this is
And
good.
it just like if you watch the video, you see in the beginning he says "wow," as in like that's him basically like, oh wow, this actually works. Like, or it could be wow, this actually works, or is it like wow, we're actually about to do this. Or,
Yeah.
wow, like
It was work.
you're about to butcher my song, or wow. Nobody knows what that wow stands for, but the fact that Neo came around and just joined in,
Yeah,
and
it was good.
It was
Yeah, it's great.
exceptional. But
It's
listen, I
wicked.
have to say, like the way that you carry the thing,
Honestly.
like.
The thing.
And you carry the thing, and I have to say as well, like the other day, you and Snoochie did a rap off.
Yeah, we're in our music bag.
Yeah,
Listen, can you release it already? I beg you,
It's on
release
BBC
the
Sounds,
thing.
bruv. It's on
But
BBC
no,
Sounds, bruv.
release the thing, man. Like I feel like you got a second life there somewhere that you're not embracing.
Yeah,
I
man,
really
do
do.
your thing.
But
Hey.
But anyway,
Listen,
guys,
I really
we will get
do.
into it
You got me
in Extra Aunties. If you subscribe, we're going to get deep into MME's life right now. So I beg you,